What is up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Mike and the Minifans. BA on another vacation. Gus filling in the longest hour of broadcasting, I think is what BA says. I don't know. But we have a good panel today joining us. We have Luke McKay coming in. What's up, Luke?
Hey, how you doing? McCake, that's correct.
McKay. It all works out. got my teammate, my good friend, my number one amigo, who loves to share stories about how he fixes glasses on a daily basis, Mr. Cinema Lord.
What's going on, buddy?
Who says I don't fucking listen. And then, of course, last but not least, gave the team a great pep talk last night. Kind of brought us together. Has a challenge issued out, accepted by Kirk. I think the team's ready for it. Mr. Chris Clemmer, coming out of retirement.
For one more game, absolutely. I'm telling you, the guys are excited. Like, people were like amped up in the group chat, talking to some of the guys in the office today. People are ready to go. People have been watching these games religiously, you guys. So like there's a huge level of excitement. And it sounds like, I'm not going to say anything because I know things haven't been signed, sealed, delivered yet, but Coleman's been working his ass off. Looks like we might have like a sight line on a gym. Like, things are coming together very quick. So even though it's been like really quick turnaround, this is going to happen.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things. Cinema Lord, what do you make about this?
I think that it's funny that Kirk's talked about how his personal show, the KMS show, has gotten no promotion basically from Barstool on like their actual feed. And then all of a sudden we put this basketball team together, man, and now it's all over every single Barstool account you can find. So clearly people fucking love this thing. I mean, Dave shouted it out on the name show on Thursday. People are interested. I think Justin's doing a great job of setting it. What is it? I'm sorry.
Big Cat watches every game. He's like live tweeting the games as they're happening. If you guys know that, like it's crazy.
Yeah, and great job for Justin for setting the whole thing up and actually being able to run it live and all that. I can't believe how flawless it went. I thought for sure it'd be fucked up.
Luke, what's it been like, kind of watching it on the outside and then kind of seeing the reactions from on the show?
I've got to eat crow, first of all. I thought you all were going to get hurt the first game. That was going to be it. I thought Achilles were going to snap. I thought knees were going to blow. You guys have held up better than I would have physically. I would have blown an Achilles. It's been fun to watch. It's actually kind of like I got a little bit of the card world people, and some of my people from the card world were reaching out. And everybody like, this is actually kind of electric. Like, I was thinking about getting, and then a lot of people have been talking about, signing up for their local Sunday leagues and all that. So I'm impressed. I've enjoyed it. You guys, I feel like you need that like little bit of conditioning in the second half. It's been kind of hard watching it fall apart in the second half with the conditioning, but you guys are doing well.
I mean,
conditioning is definitely what's killing us.
Chris, you saw us at practice last night. Is that an accurate assessment? I mean, I think conditioning is the clearest thing out of everything.
Yeah, like, if you watch game one, like I said in my speech, very motivational, highly motivational speech, some would say. The first
so you laughed at it 2 seconds later, basically.
The first quarter of game one, you guys looked great, then kind of fell apart. But then the second game, you made it to halftime and kind of fell apart. I was most impressed at practice, honestly, with Coleman. Coleman had some like nice moves and didn't shoot one idiotic three that went like off the backboard, the side of the backboard. He didn't think he was Steph Curry and his bullshit. He actually was like spinning around, getting rebounds, focused on like interior game. That's all he seemed to care about. And Cinema, wouldn't you agree? Like by the end of that,
I was only there for 20 minutes.
Like,
I was very impressed. Yeah. No, he was great. In the 20 minutes I was there, I thought he had 3 good turnarounds, like where he was using his body the right way. spun towards the basket the right way, and finished the shot. It was great. He was really good. The question is that he did that great in like a half court game. Can Coleman hopefully do that when we're starting to run full court? You know, you're going back and forth for a few minutes. It drains your lungs. You know what I mean?
It does. I'll defend him real quick in that we were playing 3-on-3 half court, but we weren't really taking. I say we, you guys. I would just stand in silence. You guys really weren't taking many breaks. Like it was 3-on-3, pretty hard, and then immediately went right into the game. So it wasn't like it was half court, but I would say it's about as intense of a half court practice as you can have.
Yeah,
fairness.
Momentum kept going.
I saw that clip with where you were running the play with Justin under the basket. Is there going to be anything from Justin? Because he's huge. I mean, Kurt
said that he's going to play next game, and I think he should. I think he could make a real difference. Like, how long can he stay out there? I don't know, but if he says like I just haven't really played a lot of basketball in my life. It just wasn't what I did. Like, and so you can see like there's obviously that like rawness to him, but if he could get his feet under him, he can start making those shots. Who's going to defend him? Like, good luck.
Even if you can run that play a few times a game.
All right. That's a basket.
Kirk open under the basket. I mean, 6-7 points a game. That'd be nice. That would make a difference.
I think he's pretty crucial on defense, too. Just to have a body that big. If we're playing zone like we did last week and we're in a 2-3, him in the middle to clog up the paint is, especially just like you see today, I always want my hands up. That's exactly what you want to do. And he's 6'3". You put those arms up, he's getting close to 7 feet before he jumps. You know what I mean? Clogs up a lot of space. He could use that.
He should have played football for sure.
I mean, what didn't he like talk about? Like that was going to be like he was going to be like an offensive lineman. I think he was saying that at one point.
He should have been. I'm jealous.
Also, finally joining us a little late. We got Fax making what's this? Your third week in a row?
Yeah, third week in a row. This one was last minute, so I had to jump and go get all my shit on 24-hour duty right now. Just jumped in, but I'm here.
I appreciate it. Yeah, we had a couple last-minute cancellations and flip arounds, so
hey, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here.
Hopping in late, what's kind of been your initial take on this basketball team, and what do you think of the upcoming Team KMS versus Barstool New York basketball game?
I mean, the overall basketball team, some of the best shit we've seen in a long time. I love just about every aspect of it because there's so many different individual talents and skill sets between everybody on the team. And like Clemmer was saying, I agree with Justin being able to play that role that he needs to play. If you can get him to clog up the paint, like Cinema Lord was saying, I think that would be super ideal. Because the one thing on defense is the zone defense was working perfectly in the first half. And then as everyone get gassed, you just kind of want to save that energy as much as you can. So having big guys like Justin and Coleman in the paint would be great. And as far as the New York versus KMS, I don't know. I feel like it might get a little touchy then because some of the guys on Team KMS got a lot less to lose than some of the guys in New York. So I don't know if it's going to get physical at any point or if it'll just get like testy, but regardless, I'm super hyped to watch it. I can't wait.
It's basketball, baby. Everybody wants to win. It's not going to be anything out of control. It's going to be, they're playing good. I think you guys having a much better second season than you guys did the first time around, right, Clem?
Yeah, well, yeah, it ended the same way, but yes, we had a better season for sure. I will say Shark Minahan's line is insane. He says New York is favored by 3.5 points. I think he might be missing a 1 there. Like we're pretty good. Like, who's going to defend Dana? Who's going to defend Billy? Like, and then on top of it, you have Mulcahy, who's very good. Like I just don't know how you guys can match up with us.
I think Kirk goes on Mulcahy.
What's that now?
I think Kirk goes on Mulcahy.
All right, then that's fine. Then we still have Hubs. Like who's going to be on Hubs? And then maybe Beanbag Ron is on Hubs. Beanbag Ron is very good. But then now Dana and Billy can just – who's going to stop them?
Yeah, no, I have no answer for Billy. But I can at least make Dana work for it. Like he'll still get his points and shit, but I'm going to make him fucking at least work for him. I'm going to make him earn them.
I think KMS is a scrappier squad.
Yep.
I'm definitely going to use all 6 of my fouls in that game. You can guarantee.
We do have Rico Bosco. We have Rico Bosco coming off the bench. He's my sixth man.
Yeah, but he might be too busy trying to coach on the court rather than being scrappy. You know what I mean? He does have a tendency to do that.
Yeah, he definitely does. Yeah, every once in a while I have to tell him, all right, Rico.
Calm him down.
Yeah, but Rico's very good. He made one crazy half court shot this year. That Rico is better than I thought he'd be. I mean, he always talks a lot of basketball, but he was pretty decent.
Not true. I'm not a me guy.
No.
Yeah, everyone's saying I'm a me guy. Address the allegations. No, I'm not a me guy.
You do talk about Gus a lot.
Well, I mean, Gus is fun to talk about sometimes. But yeah, no, I get it. I get it. No, we're
That's
good.
why I love
We're
him.
fine. We get it. Understood.
I'm a Gus guy.
Don't ever
Yeah,
change.
me too.
The Gus bus is gonna keep going. We'll be Mr. Hype. I'll be there on Sunday. Hopefully, be able to do a little more. Slowly getting better. We're back. But that's about it. That's enough about me because I want to talk to Chris because I know Chris is going to be leaving in a little bit, just getting back from his trip down here, Pick Central. What was it? How is it always to be back in the studio with Mike? Your little reunion.
It's awesome. I haven't with Mike. It sounds corny, but like he's so good. Like, and with Kirk and Mike, sometimes when the show's like feels right. Like I don't know if the show yesterday was the greatest show of all time. Like I think it was a good show. But with Mike and Kirk, the time just flew by, and that's usually a sign of a decent show or a good show. I just have fun with Mike. Mike makes me laugh, and Mike is so good at that role that when you're in that other chair, it just makes life like a lot easier. So when I say it's like not a great show, I felt like I don't know, maybe. I didn't feel like I didn't do a fantastic job yesterday. I thought it was fine. It was a good show. Kirk and Mike were great. I just feel like maybe I don't know. Maybe it's because I haven't been there in a while. I just felt a little off. I don't know.
I thought it was a good show.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's. I think especially when you and Mike and Kirk all get together, the movie talk tends to come out more. Some classic music. And we have to address it. There were a lot of people who were not happy with your game that you said you were coming.
The game did not. So this is pretty typical of my game. So I make the game at home and I do it, in my own mind. I'm like, this is pretty good. I imagine how the game might play out. Penner says the game is. No, that's not true. Penners obviously hasn't heard some of my other games. I've had worse games, Penners, believe me. And in my mind, like I was on the train. I'm like, this is pretty good. I'm thinking to myself, I'm in the chair on the train. I'm doing I'm looking up the research and the Springsteen stuff. I'm like, this is gonna hit. I tweet about it. I'm like, this is gonna be a fucking game. And then immediately after the first question, I'm like, oh, this sucks. This is not good. This is a disaster. That felt comfortable. That felt like a typical me on Kirk show performance with the game not going over very well. That was a very comfortable position for me to be in. You got to keep swinging. I got to.
Do you make board games on your own, or have you ever tried to do that?
If I ever did, based on the success that I have on this show, I would be destitute. I don't think that would be a good career path for me.
See, I only asked that because when you did the game on the show, I think the reason that it just kind of like fell short is because you have all of these rules, and then I felt like there were so many layers. So I was just sitting there and listening. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I wonder if he just like develops board games like straight up Cones of Dunshire from Parks and Rec type of deal where you have all these complicated rules.
It's not that far off. I definitely make way too much rules, too many rules of things. And that's like, I think part of the problem. I was an only child till I was 8. And then my sister was born. But when you're that much of age difference, you're kind of always by yourself. And I think I overthink these things and make them way more complicated than they need to be. And then it kind of ruins them. I think that's the story of my years on Earth here.
That makes sense. Makes sense.
I just want to note that Blind Mike has been absolutely killing it on the show lately.
Yes.
It was another just 10 out of 10 performance from Blind Mike.
He's been on a run lately. You know what? I love Mutt on the show. So whenever it's especially a Mike or Mutt show, like, and I see that like come up with my feed, I'm like, oh, I get like super excited. For some reason, the dynamic of like Mutt and Kirk like makes me laugh. Like I was at the Papagenos yesterday. I was just laughing hearing Mutt and Kirk go back and forth with each other.
Yeah, you can tell that they're real friends. It's like it's a genuine banter. Yes. It's not like anything fake or contrived.
And they've got the older brother, younger brother kind of bullying thing going on.
Which is exactly what it is.
Funny. So
That's exactly right.
I love Mutt.
Was meeting Mutt everything you hoped it would have been?
It was different than I thought. Like he was. I don't know if you guys will agree. You guys know him better than I do. He was more mopey than I thought he would be.
Something's going on with Mutt right now. I don't know if anybody knows what's going on completely, but something's going on with him. You could see it last night for sure. He was fucking wildly aggressive for no reason last night.
Pizza was good.
Pizza was very good. I hadn't had
Pizza
Papagenos in like a year.
We had to give a shout out to the pizza. I make sure everyone goes and gives them 5-star. I guess they get like $60 if you give them a 5-star review. If they get the most, they get like a $60 bonus.
Oh, that's nice. They were helpful too. They were great. I thought the pizza, and it was nice being at Papagenos. I could smell Papagenos again. Like we don't have them in New York, so that was a nice thing to be able to come back at Papagenos. But didn't Mutt even like not even just like Mutt just seemed kind of down, like really down, like not like.
Well, to be fair, I mean he's been going through it. He's unemployed.
I know. I thought maybe he'd be excited to get out of the house and hang out with the guys, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess not. I don't know.
I don't know what. I've never met him. I don't know what he's like normally, but I don't know. I could see just having myself gone through. Like I've had rough times with employment before. It's the sad clown.
I got laid off, as people will often say. I did nothing for many years. No, I got laid off like right during COVID, and like it fucking devastated me. For like 2 months, I was like inconsolable. I put so much of my value system on like what I did. Like my identity was like how I worked and everything, and I really kind of struggled bouncing back from that.
Oh, that's why I'm such a giant fucking loser now in my 30s. I failed as an accountant, and I've never recovered from that.
There's still hope. Clemma basically gets paid to be old.
Huh?
What are you doing now? What do you want to do?
Oh, I don't know, man. I do that. I want to talk more about Gus.
All right.
No,
I absolutely want to talk.
I am not falling into this fucking trap.
Gus, I think it's okay to be excited, Gus. I think it's
I'm
okay to show some excitement and get happy about things, because when you have a opportunity like that and then shit starts going your way even more, I wouldn't shut the fuck up either. I'd be telling everybody. I'd be talking all the time. I mean,
I'll be honest with you guys.
We're focused right now on the season. We have 4 games left.
I'm starting to become less of a Kirk Minahan fan and more.
No,
of a
don't
Gus
say.
fan.
Shut the fuck up.
No.
Shut the fuck up.
No.
No, shut the fuck up, Luke. See, this is something that I have to like. Shut the fuck up. That's not even funny to joke about.
Terrible timing.
I have not. I'm not drinking up in Madawaska. No, this is not that.
Are you gonna remember us, Gus?
I gotta say, Gus and Mutt were like complete opposites. So like Gus could not be happier, like for anything. Like someone sneezed and Gus was like elated. Anything happens, Gus is like so happy.
Yeah.
And then Mutt was like the complete 180 of that. It was just funny having the two of them in the same room, and you got Kirk, and it was just, and then you got Justin and Coleman and Cinema. It was a bizarre group of people, and I'm a weirdo. So it was just funny to have all these people in the same restaurant eating pizza. It was a fun. I had a blast.
Did any of you guys ever read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? There's a character.
Right.
He's a truck driver, and wherever he goes, it's always raining. That just I always think of Mutt.
Oh man,
he drives all around England, and wherever he is, it's raining outside.
Mutt's the Eeyore of the KMS
man.
universe.
Yes.
Clemmer, at any point, did you make any eye contact with those 2 kids while you were making that speech that were in the corner over there?
All right, so
I can only
my
imagine what they
original
would think
speech,
of
I had the word bullshit in there. And then
All right.
when I stood up to do the speech, I saw as a family, I said, I'm just going to say BS. I was like, I felt, that was the only time I was like, ugh. But I don't think I had any of the swears in there. So I tried to keep it PG.
They got out of there like pretty quickly, it seemed like, though. They were like, all right, there's some
Look at
weirdos
us.
over here.
Look at this group.
Exactly.
The father probably felt unsafe for his kids. I can't blame him.
it's the intimidating nature of the KMS basketball team. It's what they do.
Yeah.
They come in and they impose their will. That's what you got to do.
It's a good group of guys who I think the best thing we have there right now is there's a lot of heart on the team.
So
we could,
what are your thoughts on the whole Mutt and Mick thing going on, the Eminem thing?
I think both of them are way too involved. They're like too caught up in their feelings. Both of them.
I think people are being incredibly disrespectful to Mick.
Mutt was
it drives me nuts.
Kirk said it best. Mutt seems to really not like Mick. Like there's a
I
it
don't
seems
understand
real.
that. How can
Yeah.
somebody not like Mick?
I like Mick. I think I like Mick. I've never met Mick. I like Mick on this show a lot, but I could see how Mick could drive someone a little crazy if you had to deal with him 24/7. But I mean, people might say the same thing about us. But like, you know, Mick can be a lot. Although, like I said, I like him a lot on the show. But even beyond that though, like he really seemed to not like Mick.
Well, I was kind of just setting this up to. I want to call out Mama K. Every time Mick posts anything or anything is about Mick, she's right there going, "Ha, Mick's a loser," and I'm turning on her very quickly. It would be very easy to turn the energy that she is currently displaying towards Mick towards her. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
That was the weirdest shoehorn in to a call out, I think, ever in the history of.
I'm a warrior for
Mick.
Well, the
I
problem with
like Mick a lot. I obviously Mick going through the breakup stuff. You can kind of understand why he'd be down a little bit. Plus, he's not feeling well. But I thought you heard more in his second appearance back, more of the Mick that we know. And I'm guessing like when we hear he's going to be on, it sounds like next week with Mutt. So
That's going to be great.
He'll be back.
Yeah, that Tuesday show is going to be awesome.
Especially, I listened to a little Mick show on my way home from work today, and he sounds more like himself on the most recent.
Yeah, more lively. Yeah, listen to that today too.
Beyond average, yeah.
A little more unhinged, a little more insane, like Mick.
Yeah. So I think he's going to be guns a-blazing on Tuesday.
You guys know
I think Gus will
who had Crohn's.
I think Gus will say it too, but Mick's definitely a little bit more like calm, like chill, off camera.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
like,
for sure.
Much so. No, you're not. You're very much the same, buddy.
That's why I always try to tell people: does everyone be themselves? Like I'm just me. Be you. Everyone's cool.
Like I said, don't ever change, Gus.
I think overall, it might just be tough to have two people who take slights very quickly and personally, interacting with each other on a weekly and almost daily basis at this point. And that's where Mick and Mutt tend to fall short, is because anytime there's a slight against them, they get very defensive very quickly. And when it's both of them, it's just like, oh, no, he said this about me. Oh, no, he said this about you. And then you lose the joke or you lose the shit talk in the middle of it. And then it just gets messy. That's how I saw it, at least.
I think there is a certain amount of respect, though, that should be paid towards Mick and his accomplishments.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about the same about Mutt.
He's working hard, yeah.
I think it's backwards, to be honest. I think that's where this whole thing stems from, is the fact that Mutt feels like I was on fucking WEEI with fucking Kirk and Jerry, and I was actually getting paid, and who the fuck is Mick? He does beyond average. Like, why am I taking shit from this guy? I think that's the way that Mutt looks at it. But
Mick's still doing beyond average.
I'll defend Mutt here a little bit. I've been listening to Mutt for like 15 years. Mutt, I think Mutt was great on the radio. I liked his like personality on the radio. I think I really enjoyed Mutt on, especially Kirk and Callahan. Like whenever it was a Mutt day, as opposed to like a Trenny day, I was a lot more excited to hear Mutt on for sure. Like or a Tomasi day. Like Mutt was my favorite at the casting couch. So
Tomasi had that you hated him, but it was in the perfect way. Like he sucked, but he sucked just the right amount. Like I enjoyed Tomasi on the casting couch.
There was nothing better when Kirk would dunk on Tomasi. Because let's
go. Yes, yeah. And Tomasi was somewhat playful, even though he was an act. Like he kind of was in on the joke. He wasn't totally like a fucking bitch about it. Tangway was always my favorite though.
Oh no, that's a sad statement there by Mike.
That's just negative bullshit.
Share the positives, share the negatives.
Hey, man, you can't get on the bus when the bus leaves the station. That's all I'm saying, Mike. You're fucked when Gus.
Attaboy, Alex.
Yep. Yeah, don't be reaching out to Gus when he's famous. And
yeah, he won't remember you. That's for sure.
It's not that at all. You guys are fucking. I hate all you guys. But I know, Chris. You said you had a little bit of a short leash. Is there anything else you wanted to bring up?
I'd like to bring up Todd's comment here. Todd has a good comment here.
All right,
24 there.
There it is.
Summer out of here, pretending he's a celebrity, bestowing compliments on Mutt. I liked Mutt forever. Over and over. Go suck Meek Phil off. No, thank you. That does not sound like much fun at all. But I do have to go, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And
no,
Todd,
thank you for making time.
Todd wants to be gone, so I have to listen to Todd. Thanks for having me, boys. I think I'll see you guys on the 10th. Well, two of you anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
Clement, before you bounce, man, I am a huge fan of the bracket. Like Thursday morning, as soon as it posts, I listen I am addicted to that show.
That's good. Yeah, Ken Jack puts all those together. Nick and KB are so funny. And I think Tommy's really funny on it. Todd, Meek Phil. I will suck him off, Todd. Congratulations. I thought Meek Phil was really funny on the last bracket. So that's my Meek Phil suck off. Although I will see Meek at the game tomorrow, so maybe we'll have some fun in the men's room before the game's over.
I like that show. I feel like it doesn't get enough pub. It's a very entertaining show.
It's really fun to do. It's just like you can just kind of be yourself and just like fuck around and like it sounds like hopefully it sounds like any of your friends on like a road trip. That's what hopefully it sounds like.
You're the devil's advocate all the time too, which is fun.
Yeah, and they always make fun of me for being really old.
That's why I said that earlier. That's why I said you get paid being old, is because I love that show and
probably
every single week. You're
all right, boys.
Breaking up a little bit, Cinema Lord. All right, thanks, Chris.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good one.
All right. So,
he fucking hates Mutt, doesn't he?
Better or
who?
no?
Chris?
Yeah.
Chris doesn't hate Mutt.
Oh man. All right.
No.
It was probably just a very bad first impression.
I wouldn't say Chris hates Mutt.
Nah.
I was sensing. I don't know. I was reading between the lines there.
Cinema, you keep breaking up a bit. So I'm gonna remove him. I'll put the comments down there. But speaking of, we had a Cliff's apparently second return today. So what did you guys make of his second debut or second debut? I guess because I guess he's got shafted on the first one. He said.
When I recognized him as soon as I saw him on the YouTube. And it kind of came back to me as I was going through it. He's fine. He had a little rough start. It was very Steve from Glossary at the beginning with kind of the call outs, but that was always going to happen when you call the guy out and say, hey, he's been talking shit before the show. They always kind of come off with that same energy. So he was fine. I thought he cracked me up with Cinema Lords about Cinema Lords coming from the other side of the bridge or whatever. That was great. So good show.
I mean, for them to struggle with the Braga Bridge name, though, I'm sorry. That pissed me off for a second. It's the longest bridge. It's the longest bridge in the world. It's the Braga Bridge.
The longest bridge in the world. How long is it?
It connects the U.S. to Portugal. That's the joke. Because Fall River is little Portugal.
Oh, my bad.
Let's see if Nick's back. Is that better? I think it's better now.
Yeah, it looks better. Is Mike's muted?
Oh,
let it go. He disappeared.
Where'd he go?
Again.
Damn, he despawned.
That's kind of cool.
Oh,
all
right.
There he is.
All right, good.
Now he should be back.
Pet detective.
What the fuck is going on here, man? Come on. What are we doing here?
I just kind of want to leave it on now. I'm getting pissed off.
This fucking guy. Just leave that. Yeah, leave that. I kind of enjoy that.
Yeah, I mean,
is that on a loop?
It's Christ.
Nope. Is he back?
Really?
Right now. Oh,
I think we might need some better internet for you, Cinema Lord.
Hello.
Oh, I can hear you.
All right. Am I still choppy?
No, there you go. You cleared up.
There
now.
you go. Now you're getting better. So we were just talking about Cliff. What was it? What was it like being in studio with Cliff on his second appearance?
I thought Cliff was awesome. Cliff made me laugh a lot there in this episode. I thought he was great. I was expecting to go in after Justin's comment last night. I was ready to fucking go toe to toe with somebody, go back and forth, but he made me laugh a bunch of times, and I could tell right away he was playful. I had a great time today. I thought Cliff was awesome.
Did you go to the shoot around after?
I did not. No. That video is supposed to be posted though, right? Coleman, I saw a little while ago, so the video is coming out soon.
Yeah, so I mean, I haven't seen it yet. But I will be on the definitely be on the lookout for it. For sure. But John and Warren's Cliff was funny.
Was Cliff the guy where he said like his brother and his dad like screwed him out of the house or whatever? The first time
yeah.
Okay. He said something.
I think that's what got everybody's memory going was when he said that. I feel like the whole room was like, "Oh shit, okay, that was a memorable."
I think he tried to call his dad or something. Like the grandmother left it to him or some shit like that. I think that was
and I was like,
how long
anyone
ago
else have a house stolen for him?
Yeah, his dad was.
No, it was during the producer search, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he said Cullinane was producing.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was longer ago than I thought.
So
I love Cliff. Cliff was my favorite of the week. He just had good energy. And you know, it's like those appearances where it was purely just for a good time, even though he was like saying, hey, I want to do this and that. He was still good-hearted about it. He didn't like shut down where Kirk was giving him shit. He just kept going and kept having a good time, and that's exactly the response you need. So I loved that shit. And the conversations he was having with you, Cinema, when he was just going back and forth with you, yeah, you could tell right away it wasn't malicious. It was playful, and that's like the perfect guest to have, where y'all can just kind of go around the circle and talk shit the whole time. Having a good time with the boys is the best time ever. Those are my favorite episodes.
Thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
Were you surprised that he said he would be a great addition to the team? Because I mean, I called that last night very quick.
You did. Yeah, you did. You did very early. I wasn't surprised by it. I am interested. I mean, we could use somebody. I mean,
how tall is he?
It seemed like he was right around my height, so like 5'11" to 6 feet-ish.
Okay. We got a
Maybe
lot.
Maybe
like
looks like he's shorter than me. Like it was right around my height, 5'10", 5'11", somewhere in that region.
As long as the guy's in shape, that's honestly going to help. So
legs, if we can just keep moving legs in and out, like even we're talking about with Justin and Coleman, like if they're both on short tanks, even if you can just keep rotating them in quick, to 2-3 minutes at a time, it's going to help those bodies in the middle. If we can keep fresh legs in there, it's going to help the team, I think.
David and Maryland's like the only WVU person I like, by the way. Just wanted to point that out.
David Maryland's a great guy.
He's awesome.
He is. He came up to me when we were in Portland, and I talked to him for a few minutes. David Maryland's a great guy.
So earlier on the week, we discussed the mime that was at the random game.
Dickens.
Does anyone know who this mime is? Like
that was
the other team. It was Dickens, you think?
Dickens was there to watch. Yeah, like he's there to watch Coleman. He's sitting over with the other team, so nobody like kind of gets suspicious or anything. But that guy's when he was like, yeah, it's like yeah, that's Dickens. That guy looks like he put a bed together.
So you just put that together just now. There's no actual evidence like that.
No,
no, he just has.
I knew he was bullshit. I think what's worse is you actually fucking believed him.
Yeah, what the fuck would I know?
Yeah, no. But also,
I'm sorry, he was just so legit with it. He came so straight.
You were just getting ready for the role play later on in the night. You had to get in character first.
But this week we in that same episode on Tuesday. We talked about Bill Walton, got on the Grateful Dead. Then we heard about Coleman taking too many shrooms and having to go to a hospital.
Oh, yeah.
Having tried to come up with them, but have taken too many shrooms.
He didn't have to go to the hospital. He chose to go to the hospital. Well, I can just only imagine. Like, I wouldn't be worried about that, but him calling his dad and his dad, if that were, my dad would kick the fucking shit out of me. Like even today, I'd be terrified. That's the worst part. Just the parents knowing. Even if I were in the depths of a shroom, just hell, I would be like, please don't tell my parents.
You're saying like right now, as you are right now, your age.
Yeah, at 31 years old, absolutely. Don't tell my parents this.
I mean, the Fish concert is getting planned. Mark, Blind Mike, Justin, myself, Coleman. Like this is, I do not want to make that call to my mom or my wife. Even my wife.
I was just gonna say, what about your wife? Your mom.
Dad picked him up like that drive back from the hospital. Oh my god.
Oh, and if
my dad be hitting me like this while we're doing that drive back.
And it's his mom's side of the family that's Portuguese, right?
I think, yeah, his mom.
If it's the mom's side, Nick, you and I both know, my friend. It's the Portuguese mom on that ride home.
Cookie, yeah. You got a couple of smack, baba.
You know what? Actually, I bet he's way more afraid of his mother than he is of his father.
Oh, guaranteed.
Yeah, I bet his father's like kind of waspy.
I just feel bad for Ian.
Sorry, go ahead, Fix.
Sorry, I was just gonna say I feel bad for Ian, because he had to deal with all that shit. I've met Ian. He's a really, really nice dude, and just imagining watching him go through that shit. Oh man, that'd be such a fucking headache. Like, you're dealing with Coleman on the surface, but then now he's on mushrooms. That's like a double whammy of just fuckery that I would not have the energy or patience to deal with, I don't think.
Good looking
I
out,
think I would have
Todd.
left him on the sidewalk and someone just come pick him up.
That ruined the concert.
Yeah.
He didn't have a good time.
Chuck him in the Uber, tap the car, walk away, get back in there.
I've never been to Fish, but I've been to an Humphreys McGee show, and I hated that. That was horrendous. I'm with Kirk on the whole jam band thing.
Oh, I'm excited for it. I've never been to Fish, so I've been meaning to go. I knew this was coming. I had plans to go already, so we're gonna make a fun trip out of it.
Cinema Lords kind of looks like he's in Real Big Fish.
I will say this. Shout out to Cinema Lords. He's got a banger of a playlist he drives to. Banger of a playlist.
Oh yeah,
Big ska guy, right?
We were buzzing. What was it?
I said big ska guy, right?
Pop punk.
I can see some Mighty Boss tones.
There was Mighty Boss tones. You had Real Big Fish on there.
Yeah, it was a couple. Anything pop punk, alternate rock, all that. Especially from that like 2000 to 2010, The Killers, My Chemical Romance, Blink-182, Sum 41, all that shit. That's all I listen to. It's my jam.
Let's see. I like that.
Kind of I'm always curious. What are your guys' takeaway from the week? That was. I mean, obviously the basketball team I think is probably the biggest takeaway. Kind of what took off. But also I always even like to say the Clemmer with the mortgage story was sneaky weird. Like, why out of nowhere? We should have brought it up when he was here, but why out of nowhere would zero interest mortgage rates? I don't know.
Yeah, that was very confusing. I was listening and constantly searching for like the angle or the purpose, and then it just never came. And to this day, probably for the rest of my life, I'll be mulling that over. Just it'll randomly come in my head someday, and I'll just be thinking, why the fuck did he think a 0% APR interest rate was interesting? Like, I don't know. Of all the things to bring up, like I could probably think of like 8 other things randomly to bring up, but hey, he went for it, and it was a little too late. Once that was in the universe, Kirk was like, "Wait a minute, what the fuck?" And it was over right from there.
Freddie Lynn correcting me. It's 0 down, not 0 interest. I'm sorry, Freddie Lynn.
Oh, 0 down.
Oh, that makes more sense now.
That's just a VA loan.
I'm just an idiot either way.
Just a VA loan. I got that. I'm good.
It's just there wasn't enough Gus on the show this week.
Just shut the fuck up.
I think if we could do 3 days a week, that'd be good.
Nope.
I'd be fine with no blind Mike if we got Gus.
Have you considered production, Gus?
What?
You'd be a good producer.
Production? Yeah, you'd be a good producer.
Nope. I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut from you guys as we keep going. The last little tune-up before the dozen trivia tournament happened. Myself, Coleman against Kirk, Rico, Hank. A Team Minahan victory. What did you guys make of the? I mean, I guess the one question is, how many playoff games has Phil Jackson won as a head coach?
I used to, when Coleman first got the job, I used to tweet every day from one of my alternate accounts, just like random Giants players, like Harry Carson, Victor Cruz, and stuff. And he would like them after a while. It's amazing. It's like he doesn't. I don't know. Phil, it was the most retarded guess I've ever heard in my life. Hate to use the hard R, but good Lord.
I like that he kept saying, like, I didn't do the math. I didn't do the math. It's like, dude, math is removed from this equation. You said 35. This is just a matter of your brain being straight up broken. Like, he's like, I thought he won 3 to 5 championships. It's like,
Phil,
how are we doing this? One game a series? Like,
yeah, that's what I was.
Games would Phil Jackson win in one playoff series? It's got to be close to 35.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, it's
16 to win the championship. So
yeah,
halfway there from just 2 rings.
Because I didn't know how many he won. I think I put like 8 down, and then I just did math like that, and then I added a bunch of games for when he didn't win. But when he just said 35, I was stunned by that. But I will say this though, it is being in that moment, it's not as easy as you think it is.
Oh no, I would suck at trivia. I would shit the bed so fast.
I still think I should have gotten the Life Aquatic, even though I didn't say
gosh,
Steve.
you were so right, dude. That question was so much harder than the thank you for smoking one.
Yeah,
that is such a tougher question. It's not even funny.
I think what throws me off about it was because I could see the poster. It's got the submarine up top and it says the Life Aquatic big on it. I don't read the under shit. You guys know that.
I just want to point out Mikey Grabback's comment there. He's absolutely correct. If Jeff D-Lo and Mutt weren't so cunty towards Mick, I think Mick could have they would have probably won. I think there would potentially be a second KMS team in the dozen permanently if Mick were the captain.
That shit happens. They refer to dozen brain. Sorry. Go ahead, Gus.
I'm sorry?
No, go.
I was just saying they refer to dozen brain a lot, like where your brain just kind of like spaces out and you can't think. Kirk at one point today literally just said, like, what's the name of the bridge that goes from Fall River to the town that I live in? And I completely my brain went totally blank. I just looked over at Cliff and I was just like, dude, what's the name of the fucking bridge that we drive on every day? It was just something I wasn't expecting. So my brain was just like, it went totally totally blank. A bridge I drive over every single day.
I was disappointed he didn't know the Braga. That was it broke my heart.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like I said, my brain just broke. It broke.
Yeah, that's my main concern is not having anything to do with any big cities ever or anything up in the East Coast ever. If I was on any sort of show like that, any questions that pop up, I'm fucked. And my brain is mostly full of sports current topics and hippie music. So I don't really have a lot to add as far as a dozen trivia team goes. So I don't even play the game. I don't even try. I would just I see the game on Twitter. I'm like, that guy did good. That's awesome. And then I see the pictures of the players that were on that grid. And I'm like, yeah, that would have been a fucking 0 out of 8. I would have been done. I would have quit in 2 seconds.
I have to give a huge shout out to Mutt and Coleman on the niche one, because it was Mutt who was saying it was a guy who had red hair, and then kind of Coleman piecing it together, because we knew that was Coleman's bread and butter. And I think it was the funniest group text I was ever on was with Mutt and Coleman talking about how creepy Harry Potter is.
How creepy? Why? Because Dumbledore was grooming a teenager, or
no? Because you have Victor Crumb trying to bang a 14-year-old, and then the Moaning Myrtle scene with Harry where she's trying to get all peaky up in his goodies. No, we're good.
You guys are way off. The thing that's gross and disgusting about Harry Potter is that J.K. Rowling is such a fucking transphobe. Fuck her. Piece of
I
shit.
no longer know what Luke is serious about and not serious about.
I have figured everything that Luke, anything
lost.
Luke says is not serious, and I'm just taking that with a grain of
salt. That's not true.
Now he's got that fucking smirk on his face. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know if he hates JK or if he loves JK. I'm lost. I don't know.
She's a transphobe.
Hey,
but are you joking? I don't know what
the art from the artist. J.K. Rowling, R. Kelly, P. Diddy, they're all the same. Come on, you just got to listen to the discography.
Mikey grab bags. I pay $100 for a Team KMS Hard Knock. That is just guys explaining to their wives they can't do anything this weekend because of basketball practice.
Mrs. John and Warren's all right, but you have to bring the kid.
You have to bring the. Oh man, dude, seeing my toddler run around the basketball court. I went to a flag football game one time, and all of a sudden, there's this ref blowing the whistle and turn around. I turn and look. My 2-year-old's in the middle of the field, just sitting down while my wife's trying to drag him. I'm like, this motherfucker. They'll jump off and go get him. I could not.
Your
Children do not belong.
And it's playing flag football?
No. I was playing flag football in the rec league.
All right, I was gonna say, holy shit! I know they start them young nowadays, but 2? My God.
Yeah, fucking baby Gronk Jr., man. That kid doesn't have shit on mine.
That's
he's a menace off the edge.
All that. That's grooming too. His dad's got him posing with these women. It's weird.
Oh yeah, no, that's creepy as fuck. That dude's
I'm really bothered by it, to be honest with you.
Whack motherfucker. I do not like
that. Any other takeaways from the week, you guys, that really stood out to you?
I don't have anything from the week, but I do have like, how the hell do we get our entire team to commit to going to Stu Finer's party for a KMS day?
Dude, that's gonna be so awesome.
If we can do it, we gotta. I think we got to swing Kirk
to get to that party. That's a party you need to be at.
Oh, it'd be great. Well, so it's going to be it's going to be separate from the actual Stu Finer party. It's going to be a straight Team KMS Stu Finer special day event, which I think is better in regards of trying to persuade Kirk to go, I guess. I mean, obviously, he's never going to go to a football and party scene. If we can try to hit him with the boys, team camaraderie, Stu's trying to pump up the boys, yeah, maybe.
You guys might have more fun if Kirk isn't there, to be honest with you. I hate to say it.
I don't know. I feel like Kirk in a relaxed environment could know how to have a good time. And it's just like, I feel like no one can yuck Stu's yum no matter what you do. Like, you hear how fucking horrible sometimes Dave can get when he gets pissed at him, or even Big Cal get pissed at him. And then Stu, like a millisecond later, is like, I love you guys. I love it. And he's just like, he's a psycho, and it's impossible to bring that. But if fucking Mutt complains, dude, uninvite him right away. Or if he says maybe, uninvite him. Anyone who says maybe and doesn't want to go to Stu's house to have a fucking amazing time, more than likely, doesn't need to be there. It's all about the vibes. So the team needs to come together.
I'll call it now. If Mutt goes, he'll black out.
Oh, no.
100%.
I don't think so. No way.
I think
absolutely.
I think there's definitely a better chance of Kirk going than Mutt going.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, that was the good question I was going to have. Who would be more likely? Because I'm just going to say this. I would say 0%, like 0% chance. I do not see Kirk going at all, but I still think it's a better chance of him going than Mutt.
Yeah.
You don't really need Kirk if Gus is going.
No, you you always need the captain. You need the coach. You need the skip.
Kirk's the team. That's a great bonding event in my mind, man.
Yeah, if he's gonna run to Dunkin' Donuts, he's gonna go to Stu's house. It's not a negotiable.
Ass. You're gonna be licking clit. You're gonna be fucking.
Yeah, you're gonna be busy.
It'd be a fucking fantastic day. I mean, we talked, like Kirk talked about it today, just like when we were walking out of Papa Gino's, and you like look at our team as a whole, and it's just like, it's a goofy scene just as it is. And you throw us in Stu Finer's backyard with fucking Stu Finer's weed and Stu Finer's fucking dog and all the other chaos that comes with it, man. It'd be comedy just in itself, completely on accident, just natural as fuck.
I'll be mad at any of you if you don't go.
I mean, you heard me say them, Lord. Like I was immediately, I'm in. You know that.
Beanbag Ron was instantaneously in.
John and Warren is in.
I'm sure John and Warren. I bet you both the drips are in. I bet you Patty Ford's in.
Coleman and Justin got to be in.
They seem hesitant today, but I think that's because they're in the room with Kirk. Exactly. Yeah, it's hard for them to be like, that sounds awesome. Though I don't know. I don't know if that's necessarily Justin's thing either. But I know you obviously know Coleman's going to be all about it.
Oh yeah, you just gotta say fuck it. If I'm sitting there and I get invited, it doesn't matter if like Dave Portnoy and Kirk are staring me in the face. If Stu invites me to his house, I'm like, fuck yeah, that sounds fucking awesome. Nothing will stop me.
Oh no, Ron.
That's a good team move there by Beanbag Ron.
It is.
Accountability.
Who's going to take Coleman to the hospital when he does the gas mask at Stu's place?
That's not my responsibility.
I smoke a lot. I don't know if I'm ready for Stu Finer's weed. I'm scared.
That was actually in the town that I live in when Stu and Kirk met the first time at Rough and Rowdy.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't living down here at the time, though, unfortunately. I was up in Columbus, so I didn't get to come down here and see all that, which is a great regret. It's probably the closest I'll ever get to seeing Kirk. But
I've been to either 2 or 3 in Providence. 2, 3?
Yeah,
2 or 3.
it's not the same when they do it up there, though, to be honest with you. I went to like back in the day before Barstool bought it when I was in college.
Oh, no shit, really?
Yeah, they'd have it at the Welch Armory, and that was great. That was like legit rough
true redneck shit.
Oh, absolutely. It was like 2010, 2011, 2012. So much fun.
That's
the Welch Armory, literally the Welch National Guard Armory. There's like, it's in the middle of fucking nowhere. So rednecky. It was great.
That's great. That
That would
does
be
sound awesome.
wild.
Those first ones, like the first one with Hank fighting that fucking crackhead.
Oh, Tex. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tex was
it
Tex was
fucking-
the best, man. Tex was so good.
Tex is still
You
on
guys
Twitter
remember
all
him?
the time. I don't know if you guys follow him or anything. Tex is on
I
Twitter.
don't follow him. I didn't know he was on there.
Oh, I didn't know
Oh,
that.
yeah.
You guys sent me his thing.
I will.
Tex. My favorite memory of Tex is when he ate that goldfish. He's just a fucking lunatic. And then he accused Portnoy of being like on pills and all this
Yeah.
On
crazy
Adderall,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Or
that was
Adderall
great.
and Coke. And then
Tex was a
Dave was like,
fucking-
yeah, sometimes I take Adderall to focus, but I'm not that much of a cokehead. It was just kind of like, it wasn't necessarily a denial, but it wasn't like admission. It was just
Yeah.
kind of like fucking whatever.
Well, it was weird. Tex was
Yeah.
an all-timer.
Oh yeah, he
Can't
was
conquer the
great.
world without Adderall.
Tex almost as good as Gus.
Oh,
I mean,
There
that's
is a
all you got to
resemblance
do. That's like the Barstool hiring gold mine is essentially just go to a construction site and then just like pick a random dude out of a hat and bring him to the office and just let him go. You know, bring him in and be like, hey, what do you think about the political state of the world? And then
True.
just, oh, well, you got an employee right there. You got Jersey Jerry, you got Tex. It just sounds like the construction crew I worked with for 2 years.
Or, as Clemmer and Gus are going to show, you can just work for Kirk, and then you can go work at Barstool. Be
That's
bigger
not-
than
Yeah.
Kirk.
Nothing's set in stone.
Level up.
God, I hate you
Yeah.
guys. I fucking hate you guys.
You know
This
what?
is Luke,
Well,
but
then
I'm
I'm
thoroughly
sorry. I'm
enjoying it.
sorry, Gus. I'm sorry for believing in you. I fucking
Yeah.
will never do it again. My bad for being a good friend. I'll go fuck
Gus-
myself.
Gus, have you ever seen the movie Selena?
No, but I've heard about it.
Let's just say I'm looking into running your fan club.
I appreciate it. I know. the
no,
story,
no, you don't.
and I
No,
appreciate
you
it.
don't. No, you don't. If you know how that story ends, you don't appreciate
And I think in the end, that's a win for me.
it. Go out on top.
Oh,
Hey,
shit.
it's, I see now you're just taking it down a dark path.
Yeah.
Gus, how do you feel
I mean-
about hosting your first week? Is this going to be a long-term thing? You're going to be hosting for a
This,
while?
this is my second week hosting. I don't know. I was just asked. I thought I was coming on just to be a guest, and then all of a sudden I got asked to host. I was like, okay.
You were
So-
like the week before last, right? Because BA still
Yeah.
did last week, didn't he? Right? Yeah. All right. That's it.
Mhm.
Told you last
I
time.
kind of
I'd
think we
much
should
rather
call
have you
Gus
on.
in the Minifans.
No, okay. Here we go. It's just
It's
I
not
like
a bad
that.
idea, is it, Simply
Yeah,
Lords?
I'm with him. I'm with Luke.
Yeah.
We'll get a new theme song going.
I was gonna say, who sang the song? We gotta get in contact.
That's Steve's Liar guy, isn't it?
Is it?
No, I thought it was Warden.
They sound the same, kind of.
Little less twang from Warden.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
You guys, do any of you guys listen to Bruce Springsteen at all?
I was gonna say that did you guys listen to the interview with Steve Hyden?
That's where
did.
I was going.
I did. And I don't really listen to Bruce like that, but I thought it was very interesting. And it was just cool to see Kirk geek out a little bit. You just see how deep his knowledge goes, and you're like, holy shit, this guy's a fucking nerd about Bruce. He knows every little detail. He's like, yeah, I read the book twice, went into it, and I was like, man, maybe I gotta start listening to this guy more. He was hyping me up a bit.
I didn't really listen to Bruce until I knew Born in the USA and Dancing in the Dark and all that, but I didn't really listen to him until Kirk. So I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna start with album 1, and that's where like Kirk, that's what I wanted to bring up. Kirk's always shitting on albums 1 and 2. Those are my 2 favorites. It's kind of weird. Album 1, his first album, Welcome to Asbury Park, is my favorite album of his.
Yeah, he's not the first dude, like not even the first podcast host that I knew was obsessed with him. Like,
Yeah.
well, I know Cons really likes him a lot because Cons never shuts up about him. And then fucking some dude that I used to listen to in a podcast also would just talk nonstop about how amazing Bruce and his live shows and his music was. And I was like, wow, it's just if you like Bruce, like you end up just loving him.
Hi guys.
Hi,
Hey,
John.
buddy.
Hey, John.
Ayo.
I'm jealous of the Sigs indoors.
It's the best.
It gets me aroused every single time. I haven't smoked in like 7 months, and it just every time it gets me going.
How was the show?
Great,
always fun.
great time.
Is it over?
Well, we could take
We're-
calls now. I haven't heard from Menners, but we can take calls.
Yeah, if you want to open the phone lines, we'll take a couple calls while we're here.
Clemmer, I'm happy Clemmer hopped on. That was very nice of him. Great job.
No, a big shout out and thanks to Clemmer for coming on. Long day traveling, made some time out.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I'm excited for the game for us to match up against them. I like our team's chances.
Oh yeah, I'm ecstatic for that. I can't wait to see Billy lose his shit when fucking Kirk locks him up, or Justin. He just bounces off of Justin onto the fucking paint. I would love that.
Jeff D. Love tweeted out that they're thinking Dane is going to have 30 points and 20 rebounds against Coleman. So,
all right, that part might be true.
That might be true.
that might happen.
I said it earlier. Danny's probably gonna get his, but I'm gonna make him work for him. I'm just gonna be a pain in his fucking ass.
Great game by Cinema Lords. I'm gonna try to do the game film show tomorrow. Me and Fax were gonna do it on Wednesday and then fucking Thursday and then today. So maybe I'm gonna try to get it done tomorrow. But you're definitely my player of the game. You went out and did your fucking job, Cinema Lords. That's all that matters.
My favorite thing to do is play defense. That first game, as soon as Kirk said we were playing man, I just looked across the court and I looked just based off a look. I was like, all right, this guy looks like he's going to be the best player. And I said to Kirk right away, I was like, I want 23.
Just make sure.
I always want to defend the best guy
when you're in man defense. Just make sure you're standing halfway between the ball and your man. That's all you got to do. Don't turn your back on the ball ever. Even if you're a step closer to your man, that's the only thing from first game when you guys were playing man. It was crazy. Kirk stayed in that 2-3 the other night.
The zone was way better. The zone worked way better.
Zone worked great in the first half, but they eventually figured it out.
They did, but at the same time, our team is not built to run man to man for fucking 40 minutes. It's just
that's true.
Absolutely not.
That's true.
And we were figuring out the zone well. We were like the communication was good.
And guys like Gus, guys like you, guys that are like fucking hawks on the ball on defense, you want to throw a fucking man-to-man on people just to put pressure on them to slow them down, and you just throw Gus on their best guy and don't even tell them to look at the ball. I'd be like, look right in the fucking guy's eyes. Don't let him leave your fucking eyesight and just face him. You know, shit like that. Just mental fucking battle would win half that game, I bet.
Yeah, you got to have like the bunny rabbit, the guy who chases the ball just back and forth, and back and forth.
It's
he has the pressure of the outside zone.
No one's going to hit the ground harder than I am.
There you go.
That's great.
Facts. You just described me like I feel like to a T. Like I am fresh off my couch. I haven't done shit. Like my cardio is dick. But as soon as I'm literally a puppy, dude. If you throw that ball, like my instinct is just like it doesn't matter how tired I am. I just sprint for the fucking ball. Like
you got.
I don't even know how I do it, to be honest. It is, I guess. I've always been able to do it. Like I said, I fucking smoke like a chimney, drink like a fish. I fucking eat like shit, and I was fucking fresh off the couch for this, and I was like, let's go. Like, I'll run all day. Let's go.
Fax, did you play basketball when you were growing up?
I played for a little bit, but the problem was after 8th grade, I stopped growing. So stopped at around 5'7" and haven't gotten bigger since.
I'm the same height. I'm the same height as my the center we had in 8th grade. I'm the same height as him now. So it's like that sucks for those guys. They grew and now I was fucking 4'6" at that time.
You're very pretty though, John. That's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly. I played a lot of frisbee. Ultimate frisbee and zone defense and ultimate frisbee. Yeah, the zone defense is the same. And basketball players, they transition well into the offensive style too. Definitely. So other than the specific positions and having to be a little more tight when you're in the paint versus like a football sized field, they're essentially the same. And I got a fucking insane vert. I will say that.
Oh yeah.
I'm not even ashamed to say that. I'll brag about that all day.
You dunk?
I can get no, I'm close.
Yeah.
Nate Robinson.
And when you're just about able to dunk, the issue usually comes where you can't palm the ball then, if you could palm the ball. Yeah.
Fax, where are you from?
It makes it a lot easier.
Where am I from? I grew up in Wisconsin, and then right now I'm in Augusta in Georgia, where the Masters is.
Yeah.
Damn, my dad goes down to Hilton Head every year. It's the tournament they play after the Masters, but he's trying to get to Augusta so bad. But we're just poor folk. We can't get those tickets.
Jameson, see me on the court. I'll embarrass you.
Running and jumping. There is a lot of similarity. I played a lot of ultimate frisbee too. It's a great game.
so bought in on the fucking basketball though.
Oh, yeah, it's so
I don't care if this show just turns into a full recap of just you guys doing a league all the time. I would be fucking in. I mean, the fan
Dude, the
content
league's-
is taking over Barstool,
Yeah.
dude. I don't care what people say.
Next league starts right after this one, so y'all can hop right in.
Yeah.
Part 2.
I mean, I think they said the first game of the next season starts the same day as the championship. That's wild. We got a caller here. 781. 781. Go ahead.
Hey, Freddie Lynn here.
What's up, bud?
Hey, follow me on this. In 1998, my Pop Warner football team, the C team, won the Middlesex League championship.
Congratulations.
Tonight's Mike and the Minifans was the best performance of any C team since then.
Let's fucking go.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yes.
Listen, hey, it's not your fault. Gus, I love you. You're great. You might not be a good host, but I love you. Facts, you're doing the best. Facts, you're doing the best you can. Cinema Lords, you're right in the spot. And Luke showed up.
My guy Luke. We appreciate that, Freddie. What else you got? Anything?
Maybe later.
Okay. Thanks, buddy. Call it a day.
Thanks, Freddie.
Always good to hear from Freddie Lynn.
We were supposed to, I don't know if you said this already. I didn't watch the show, but we were supposed to have Kevin from Bristol in here and Tim Ridgolds, both of them called off. I thought Kevin would be here by now, but I think we might just bring those two in next week.
Yeah, no, it was scrambling last minute.
Yeah. We have BA taking those fucking Howard Stern vacations. We have, it's summertime, living fucking easy for everybody else. I'm here scrambling for fucking facts to hop on the show.
I'm just thankful I got an opportunity to appear alongside.
Of course, Luke. I know you said a couple weeks ago you wanted to hop
Fucking
in.
Luke, dude.
That's
Like I
open-
said, Luke showed up. Fuck that. Luke's had me cracking up since we fucking started this thing.
Thanks, Cinema Lords. I appreciate it.
What was I gonna say? BA's on his Howard Stern vacation, so we're scheduled with guest hosts through July, I think. So
July. Holy shit.
I know, bro. I'm telling you, BA got that big contract, dog.
Yeah, my bad, man. I didn't know he was like that.
His contract has Kirk's signature on it, not mine, because I surely wouldn't have signed that deal. He's my guy, but fuck. But no, I'm happy Gus was able to hop in here. I appreciate it.
Happy to help out whenever needed. It's what I do. You ask. Yeah.
Hashtag thank you, Gus.
Thank you, Gus.
Nope. I'm gonna start fucking doing that. You guys are fuck.
Just make sure you what's the soda you're slinging these days? Your weed soda? What's it called?
It's not weed soda. It's just Grow House.
Grow House. Go by growhouse.com.
Drink Grow House.
Great job on Wednesday, though. I watched the whole thing. Jeff is super into Fortnite, huh?
Oh, he's incredible.
Next time you actually want to win, I already said, hit me up.
Yeah, that's awesome. The little Cinema Lords gaming with Gus. I could watch that.
I hit him up right away. I said, if you guys want to win, let me know.
What game do you like to play?
I mean, as far as multiplayer goes, I spent a lot of time on Fortnite over the last
5 years.
Yeah, I literally spent ages 13 to 18 trying to play professional Halo, though, so that was a good time.
Cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
I was
Last of Us.
Once like online gaming versus people became big, like that's when I realized, oh shit, I'm not as good at video games as I fucking thought. Like then I realized I'm just a fucking campaign guy. I just want video. I play Call of Duty for the campaign.
Yep.
Hey, John,
What's up?
can you put hostage take Curtis's comment up?
Oh sure.
I really
No.
appreciate that.
No.
We appreciate
What does it say? He can control it, so I can. Gus has control. Yeah, I appreciate Jeff for coming in for that, though. But those guys take Fortnite seriously.
Yeah,
Man.
no, I respect it. Look,
Yeah.
you got to play to win. It was I was definitely getting used to it by the end.
Yeah, it is like a Mad Max simulator, though. Now it's much different.
What's funny was on Thursday, Jeff texted me because they just nerfed everything.
Oh,
So, like,
really?
the cars and shit. Yeah, they just nerfed it a day later.
You must watch the stream, Gus.
I'm I'm just saying. We
Yeah.
Jeff was shit talking him. I think Jeff got it done.
Yeah. A ninja tried. Jeff did.
I got an old Instagram account floating around that's got 70 Fortnite clips on it. So
Oh yeah, there you
yeah,
go.
I used to stream myself playing for a while.
When we need him.
Yeah, I was streaming myself
on a
playing
new
for a while.
client.
Hey, can we address David and Marilyn's comment too before we go? Thank you. Will
Fucking with
hey, will
Gus.
Oh.
can I follow up too? Will fucking with Gus be bareback or will he be using protection?
Fucking with Gus would be on OnlyFans, first of all.
I am a horrible CEO. I thought I'd be fired by now, and I don't watch the show because I'm heavy into the 100 right now. You ever watch the 100?
Oh.
It's such trash TV.
What is that?
Oh, it's like this show where there's like a space station, Earth's dead, and they send 100 kids down.
Oh yeah. No, I've seen that. That's
Fucking
good.
garbage
That's
television. It's much better than this. I was fucking hooked. So
The
yeah,
more I hear you talk, the more like similarities we have constantly. Every time I talk to you, there's just more of the same shit. It's
yeah.
the last time it was like with the youngest siblings, you were treated like princes. I was like,
Oh,
yeah, he
yeah.
gets it. Same thing. Watching trash TV above everything else, like the 100, I did the exact same thing. It was
Now,
garbage.
Gus.
I couldn't stop watching it.
Gus, I have a question for you. When is the final for Chell?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I'm interested
I
to
don't know.
see.
I mean, I
looking
look,
forward
we couldn't finish the tournament when we were supposed to, and then I offered my spot up on Wednesday, saying, "Look, I know I can't do it, but someone could take my place to finish the last 3 games." So I don't know.
Oh, Hotchkiss State Curtis says he thinks he found Menner's burner.
Yeah, that is Menner's burner.
That's huge.
Yeah.
What's it called, Gus? That was for that last round was the 10-0 loss was tough, and people don't know what we're talking. Oh, we got a caller, 781. We're talking about hockey. 781, go ahead.
Gus.
Yeah,
Gus.
that's me.
Will you drive to Chicago?
I mean, I don't want to cross any lines, but if asked of me, yes, I would drive to Chicago.
No, you do it yourself. I'm the dude who gave $500 on the chat. You do it.
Oh,
You have to do it now.
thank you. Yeah.
Get 500
How
more.
much money do you want to do it?
Oh, sugar daddy.
Answer smart.
I know.
Be smart here.
Buddy, for the right price, I'll do whatever the fuck you want me to.
Max found a new daddy.
Yeah,
Caller,
come on.
You got the gas money and everything, don't you?
Would
I
you?
mean, it's-
How about this, Gus? Would you fund his trip there? Gas, make sure the tires are rotated.
That's what I was going to
make
ask.
sure the
Would you be willing to pay his gas and insurance so he's legal?
There you go.
And the
Free-
repairs that need.
Gas and insurance?
Yeah. What does he have to pay his fucking Allstate every month?
Yeah, you got to
Bro,
pay
if
his
you already
all-
gave Gus $500, you can pay.
Yeah, you're
No,
good.
no, you gave Dave Portnoy $500.
That's true. That's true. Which we support too.
I still don't get why you didn't get that money, but Gus, just go there and ask him if you can practice playing basketball there. They'll let you in, dude.
That's fair.
It's
Oh,
not
yeah. Can I take a couple warm-up shots for the game?
This is your chance. Just go.
Show up, Gus, and be like, "Yo, let's run some threes."
If I was
If it
Jersey
doesn't work,
Jerry, I'd be
just turn
scared
around.
right now.
Yeah, if it doesn't work, you said turn around.
I don't know who this caller is, but I like him.
Gus,
I know exactly who this is.
This is your chance. I gotta go.
All right, thanks, buddy. Great call. Thanks for the donation. That's what I think you should do, Gus. Be like, if this guy, pays your Allstate bill, pays your fucking gas, if he could get there, and if you say no and you turn around,
I will get a total for everything that is needed on the car.
Yeah,
If
I have
he
an
pays
idea.
for that whole thing.
yeah, as long as it's Kirk sanctioned, that would be fucking so cool.
Yeah, that's end all be all. It's Kirk sanction #1.
Yeah, which means
Gus, I got an
we
idea for
won't, but
You love the train, right?
I love the train.
You can take the Cardinal line to Chicago from Amtrak.
So I'd probably have to go.
Mm.
What would I have to do? Go
we
from?
come through Scranton.
You could go from New York City to
Yes,
Chicago.
I'd have to go
You would
from
actually-
Boston to New York to Chicago.
to DC.
That would be like an
You would
18
actually go
ride.
over through West Virginia. We can get lunch when you're in Huntington. You'll
There you
stop
go.
there.
West
and then up
Virginia
to Chicago.
still has a lot of train stops in West Virginia.
Oh yeah, buddy.
A lot of trains.
It's gonna take you 28 hours.
That's
gonna
a
cost like
two-day
$1,200.
venture. I think the car ride would make it better though. Like I think that's funny if they literally.
then I
were
just live stream it all and film it all too.
Yeah. Nothing anyone wants to see more than Gus for fucking 28 straight hours driving there. You know? So
I think it would be a good live stream.
Gus,
takes
I didn't
back.
mean to start this. I really didn't. I didn't mean for this to
Fucking
happen,
asshole.
Gus. I didn't,
Gus across
I
America.
didn't mean for
Gus
this.
across America would be great.
Right.
So you guys had a good dinner and everything yesterday, practice and everything like that. Happy to hear it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought it went well. Camaraderie was up.
I only saw bits and pieces of the Clemmer speech. Did it motivate you guys at all?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, got the boys going. How about this? Maybe not as much for Cinema Lords.
It's just like his speech written was pretty decent. It was, I guess, more of his delivery was the unmotivational part.
You never
He's
lean
just
up.
reading it off a chart like a shaky best man. You know what I mean?
I always say this, and my sister has to give a speech. I just told her this. She's like trying to figure out how to read. Anytime someone's reading off a phone, you take them less seriously.
Yep.
Like just get postcards and read off that like little note card. It makes you look more serious. If you read off a phone, you look like an idiot.
PowerPoint.
503. We got a call. I'm not calling Chris Clemmer an idiot though. 503.
Yeah, 503. Sam, big fan from Portland, Oregon. Can Gus take a tour of his room? I mean, that thing looks like a fucking mess.
It looks
Look
like
at
is a mess
Cinnamon
right now.
Lord. Look how nice that looks. Yeah, but, I mean, it's a mess, but you're a chaotic mess, so you know everything on that table, what it's supposed to do. I'm going to shut up, hang up, and listen. So give us a tour, Gus.
Thank you. Great call. Great to have another report.
I don't think Gus's room looks even that bad right now. I mean, it doesn't look great, but
It looks like Jay's room.
No. I'm in the middle of like I said on the show. I'm like in the middle of moving stuff around. Like the new TV's up over here. I can give
Gus, you don't have to explain yourself.
Yeah, I don't.
I just want to give a shout out to the new TV. Look at that thing, all nice and shiny.
Looks sick.
it looks
I actually
sick.
think I have a picture of it, Gus.
I like the Funko Pops up in the ceiling.
Yeah, the Funko's up top. We're rocking and rolling now. There it is.
You got it.
So yeah, I'm thinking like a show where Gus takes the train to Chicago.
That'd be cool.
Interacts with the passengers.
Absolutely.
Bullet train too. Try to start a fight with one of them.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go. That would be
he'll
perfect.
get stabbed at the. He'll get stabbed in Huntington when he has that stop because
No
it's a
one in the
fucking ghetto
world is gonna
shithole.
stab Gus. No one's no one's gonna stab.
And first off, if you stab Gus, it would go clean through to the other side.
Right?
And he'd be smiling about it afterwards too. He'd be like, "Look, guys, I just got stabbed."
Gus,
He
wasn't,
he didn't really mean it though.
Gus wasn't able to give us the full tour, but I do have a picture of the new flat screen. You got it.
Oh, fuck yeah, you got it.
I swear to God, you guys saw the clip online. I have never seen anybody so happy to have to go get stitches. I mean, Gus had a fucking ear-to-ear grin. His teeth were showing. Guys, like, look, my
was in the
fucking
comments.
bone is like
I
right
was in the
here. Like,
comments when that was happening. I'm like, look at Gus in front of the camera. Look at my boo boo.
It just again, the adrenaline it was just going through.
I appreciate that.
You know what, Gus?
Those are the guys in war that you ever see Band of Brothers when the guy just runs and then does his mid
Yeah,
run.
Lieutenant Spears.
That's Gus.
Gus and Lieutenant Spears, same.
Gus gets clipped in the leg and then he goes and runs to the other side, kills the guy, comes back. He's like, I had to go get bandages.
I watched that thing live, and to be like Kirk was saying,
You watched
like,
Band of
Gus was
Brothers? You
kind of a
watched
mean
World War
guy.
II live?
It wasn't at all.
Wait, what did you
Mama
watch?
Kay was setting him up and like trying to make it like a big deal, trying to screw him up, but Gus was fine.
In what? I didn't hear what you said. You watched live.
Oh,
World War II.
when Gus got hurt. With the
Oh,
elbow.
got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of the time of me running back and forth was between Nipples, Mama Kay, and Nipples' wife.
Yeah.
They had like a first.
Yeah, Nipples and Mama Kay set you up. That was horseshit.
But then,
Conspiracy.
Yeah, it's
but
a
then
hit
as
piece.
part of it, as I'm going through, everyone's like, "You're all right." I'm like, "No, look."
Yeah, Gus, I'll take care of that.
It's like
Don't worry
peeling
about it.
back his skin.
I'll
Had
reach
a-
out to
had a-
both of them. Make
Had a
sure
couple
that
things
they-
hanging out.
Leave it to Gus to have to go to the ER and pay that big bill, and then they don't put enough stitches in, and he has to go the next day too.
Hey,
Worse.
$0.00. Hit my
Oh,
deductible already.
There you go. Get that
Oh.
python.
Pretty sweet. You have health insurance.
Yeah, I just got a job that like I own, like it's with this radio, and I only got it just so I would have benefits. Like that's the only reason I took the job.
I have a full-time fucking job with a salary. I don't get benefits.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
We'll go here for another 5-10 minutes, and then we'll hop off. Call in 844-906-3800. Gus being compared to a mop on the yak was great. I disagree. I don't
You
think
sound like you live in Soviet fucking Russia.
you guys just being the biggest thing, I think, at like the best content at Barstool right now is truly deserving, because this basketball shit is fucking great.
It's amazing.
I agree.
Like, and it's like, I love when the dude was like, now does Kirk curate his own mutants, or did he just come like that shit is great.
I think it was Nick.
Yeah, when back in the day when that Color Daddy thing was going down and the Minifans attacked, and they made that Millmore cartoon where the Minifans were the wildlings. That was
Yes.
I just want to win a fucking game so bad. I just want to.
Yo, wait, it's gonna happen. We're getting better.
that first half team could beat either of those two teams you played. That first half team,
more legs.
Just you gotta. It's hard to transition a lead into a second half, especially when your guys can't run longer than 5 minutes. So it's like you guys just gotta fucking. It sucks. The league's only 6 games. If it was 12, you guys, no matter what, would have a win. But
I've never been more pumped than when Cinema Lords hit that 3.
oh, the bank.
I was like, cargo shorts 3.
Yeah, people have a problem with the backboard until they realize that's why they fucking put it there, baby.
That's right. I love the backboard 3.
There for a reason.
That and slap layups. Two things people can argue don't need to be in the game. I argue against.
Oh, speaking of that, my favorite Gus highlight was when he tried to set, or was it Beanbag Ron up for the alley oop?
Oh my god!
Oh yeah.
I can't wait
Sorry,
to go to
Gus.
the film fest. Gus threw an out like as if they planned it. Gus just threw an alley oop to anyone on the team. It doesn't matter if that was to any like the tallest guy. That you threw an alley oop to all of us, any Minifan. Like what were you?
The
doing?
average height is 5'11".
What if
You're
just
throwing alley-oop.
what if just
It was great.
Beanbag Ron just soared and was just like bang?
He's fast as hell. Beanbag.
I was gonna say his momentum
Oh,
might
yeah.
carry him up there.
Beanbag
dude.
Ron was the biggest surprise of the like everyone going into it was like he's going to be great. I was like he's fucked. It doesn't matter how good he is. He's not going to be good enough for everyone's expectations. He came right in and it was perfect.
Absolutely.
He did it
the
perfect.
second half of the last game, he kept getting shut down when he would do that drive towards the hoop.
Yeah.
They got to
He
come
gets-
up with something with that.
He gets robbed on a lot of calls. He actually should
Yeah.
be going to the line more than
It's
he
good
has
to do that though, because the more he gets robbed on a call, the more the ref makes it think like he has to make a call. So it's like you have to keep driving in the fucking basket and drawing the defenders in. If anything, dish it out and hit a 3, you know?
It is
Once-
fucking
yeah, once the
mental
screens
fact,
get
the refs
clean.
Obviously, don't want to call too much.
Yeah.
Once the screens get clean, that's when it will be good. Like once there's like a proper
You guys
screen
need to
set
set
up.
up off-ball screen. You guys think you can only screen the person that has the ball. Set a screen on somebody away from the ball. Boom.
Open
wide
up a
open.
lane,
'Cause You
yep.
guys cut like Beanbag Ron moves without the ball very well. So same with you. But it's like if you guys organize that, but like is Kirk going to go in there and teach you guys a motion offense? That's tough.
Oh
But it's
no,
like-
that's actually like Kirk's really good at constantly communicating. I will say, like that's
Oh,
a big
he's
thing
doing
on
great.
ball.
I think he's doing great. And like him being this good, insane. Like I thought his hip would hurt or something. No, he was actually a good basketball player. That's shocking.
Oh no, for sure.
Like I
When
didn't think he was that good. It was the 70s, like you know, 80s or whatever.
Early 90s.
Early not. I don't know. How
Yeah, it was
Uh,
right after Vietnam. He had just got home and
you-
fucking tired,
Greg
man.
and
His
him are the
back
same
hurts.
age. Greg looks really
I'm
good.
gonna get shit for that. I think.
Fuller
When me,
looks
Kirk,
really
and Patty were on the back line for the zone, it was like the communication was fucking flawless. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like it was very clean. We knew where everybody was the whole
Yeah.
time behind us in
On
front of
defense
us.
is hard, man. But look at Syracuse, dude. They ran a 2-3 zone for fucking
Yeah,
a
forever.
or fucking 4 decades with fucking Boeheim, and then win national championships. Shout out Jerry McNamara.
Mama K's responded.
War's begun.
What is it? Let's see.
She claims I'm sending strays. I'm just holding her accountable for her behavior.
Yeah, it's all about accountability, folks.
Yep.
John wants to end this show so he can go Hotbox's bathroom. That's crazy. I wouldn't do that. I'm in my home. Put some goddamn respect.
Hey, one thing that I realized after watching Kirk press John in practice is that he would absolutely fucking wash Mick one-on-one. I did not realize Kirk was that aggressive on offense. Like, Kirk has no problem pulling it up in your face.
Oh, that's good. Like, it's good to have a player like that. Here's the issue. Either they have the best game in the world or they're expected to have a good game. So if he has a bad game, it takes a lot for the team to make up for that. But that's where Beanbag Ron comes in, which is good. And like, as long as you have your guys like Cinema Lords and like doing his job, like hitting fucking maybe 2 shots and 1 off the backboard, Gus getting maybe 3. It's just like, once they all find their role, I think they'll be filthy.
It's one way to spell subtle.
Subtle McNamara reference.
Yeah.
I was his water boy when I was in 6th grade. My dad coached him.
There you go. I got a dude from my hometown I went to high school with. He's in the finals right now, the NBA finals.
Oh, word? There you go.
Yeah. Sam Hauser. He's a 7th man off the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then another kid
three-point
that I
shooting,
played.
man.
Yeah. His little brother just got drafted, and I played Little League with him. And then NHL on the Canadians, Cole Caulfield.
Jesus Christ.
They play Little League with him. Yeah. We got like a stacked city representation. NBA players, NHL players, and some dude on a podcast with 20 views. Like, we're fucking killing it. I mean,
Pretty impressive. I went to high school with Patrick Patterson and OJ Mayo.
That's
there
cool.
you go.
Yeah, we were number 1 in the country, 2007.
We
Public school. It's pretty good.
our senior year, we lost the game before we would have played. What's his name? Terrell Pryor. They won the state championship the year I was a senior.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania.
Football against my cousin's Matt McGloin, the guy that was Penn State's quarterback.
Matt
He won
McGloin.
football that year. That's my cousin.
That's cool.
And he won it in basketball that year. And the year before, I think he won 3 national state championships. It was insane. He was a fucking phenom. Out of where the hell did he go? It was outside Pittsburgh. I think of it. He was good, and then he went and got a tattoo for free, and they kicked him out of the league.
Yeah. Then his Terrell Pryor had that good year as a receiver, and he ended up.
Yeah. I was gonna say he did
being
go to
stabbed by his
Washington.
girlfriend.
Luke looks
What?
like some jerks. It's a PFT blog.
That's right.
Get out of here. That's blasphemy. We'll take calls here for 5 more minutes. Get your calls in while you can. 844-906-3800. I wonder where Menners is. No response from my guy. Maybe he's standing by Tom Shattuck and his coup against me.
Menners is a low character guy.
Like that cousin that shows up to the family party, but he's like a good time. Like, this guy's gonna get high with us. Like, we're gonna
Who's
go in
that?
the back.
Menners or Shattuck?
No, I'm talking about Luke. They said Luke
Oh.
looks like he jerks up the PFT blogs. Like, that looks like Luke. I got a cousin that looks like him. I don't see him too often. He's like, yo, it's Christmas. Let's go out and smoke. And I'm like, oh, yeah, let's go, man.
Best. Those are the best cousins.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the vibe I get from Luke.
Shattuck thinking I sabotaged his show is one of the craziest things ever.
That was great.
Why would I actively work against my own guys on my network?
You played him like a fiddle, John.
Yeah, dude. Like, first of all, it's even crazier that was the day my sister got married, of all days in the world. It happened. So to think I was sitting there fucking with Tom Shattuck while my sister was having the most important day of her life is insane. On a sunny day in May. Like, that's crazy. It's just crazy. How is the bow right now, Gus?
How's the what?
Elbow.
Oh, it's hanging in there.
Yeah. Is that neon orange tape?
It's like a Iron Man thing. I had a bunch of them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
stitches come out next week.
Gus, you do seem like a big, those mud races and color races, like
I
those
used to.
5 days where
I
they
used
throw
to do
paint at you.
the Tough Mudders and the Rugged
Yeah, that's
Maniacs and Spartan races.
Gus, I love you, but I hate those kids.
That's fine.
I hate those people. Anyone that runs races can go fuck themselves.
I don't
those
do it
kids hate
anymore.
I play real sports,
Obviously.
not trying to be the best at exercising.
I wish I still did it. Then I would have been fine for basketball. from a stamina standpoint, at least.
That's
Definitely
true.
not a skill standpoint.
If I were,
I think
gonna-
you've been great, Gus. You've been the second best player on the team.
that's
not true.
aggressive. That's aggressive.
That is not true.
So you're on my side earlier. You said that about me.
Luke's
You
great because he has
motherfucker.
confidence to just say the wildest shit with the straight face. That's crazy, Luke.
Can't trust
That's
this guy for
probably
nothing.
the-
Earlier, he said I
probably
thought
the
I was the second best player. Now he's turning code on me.
Gus is probably the best defender on the team, but that's even questionable because I would say Cinema Lord's last game was a better defender. Yeah, and
What
I don't know
the
how many
fuck?
Yeah, Jaden McDaniel's out there.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say the only reason you didn't get it first game is because I saw you turn your back to the ball, so you instantly lose it after that.
I
was-
saw
Like
we
Kirk,
played
though.
man-to-man that entire game. That first game, I let up one fucking basket. And it's the one you just said. I got caught sleeping
lot.
on the backside.
That's a lot.
That was it. That was it.
Oh, no, don't. Oh shoot.
When
Okay.
Kirk inevitably starts a
Caller,
fight
call
in
back.
these games, Cinema Lord's going to be the MVP of that fight, in my opinion. So
774 callback. I just they call and then they hang up because they don't get answered in 2 seconds. I'm sorry, buddy.
I love Gus. I don't do
774.
many things well, but I play defense.
He picked
I
a
play
good-
defense well.
He picked a good scrappy team. Like this is the kind of team you just like. That's why everyone's like they just want to see you win a game because it's like it kind of seems like a miracle for you guys to win a
It's gonna
game,
be
but it's
awesome.
not. It's like you guys actually turned out to be a pretty good team. Oh, here's Manners. Hello, mate.
Oh, hey,
Hey.
next Friday. Love it.
I thought you were
Hell
coming.
yeah.
Only as ever.
You scared me, you little devil.
I
Little
just jumped
devil.
on. I got some messages to come on and save the show from a few people.
Oh, really good.
Well, specifically save you.
Um,
And he BA's out till July.
yeah, it's insane. No, he has some traveling he's doing. Some built-in vacation days. A couple days left over from COVID that he's stacking on top. I don't know.
Great.
Cinema, are you
Well,
wearing cargo shorts?
Fucking Justin. No, actually, I'm in basketball shorts, which I'm not allowed to wear.
It's crazy. He wears basketball
no.
shorts on the show and cargo shorts to a basketball game.
I'm chilling at my fucking house. Gus me asked me to be on the show like 2 hours ago.
That's
I started
true.
drinking 4 hours before that. I got home from the show at like 1. I was like, all right, I'm off for the rest of the day. Let's start going.
Yeah.
Gus texted me at 5:30, like, you want to be on the show? I'm like,
Hey, that's when people started dropping on me.
It's just the way things roll on this network, scrambling at the last minute.
Yeah, when Riggles has to go to Maine to take care of a VIP that he can't get, I was like, I don't even know what that means. Like, what?
some of us be a man guy.
Yeah. But thankfully
So-
on my network matters, we could find backups and we don't have 1,000 enemies. So
Yes, absolutely. Gus, are you hosting Mike and the Minifans now for the next month or so? Is that the plan?
I have no clue. I don't know. I was just asked to be on, and then I was asked to host. If they need me to, I'm happy to fill in.
Great.
we have a
Nice.
couple guests. I'm Mike. I'm going to try to have my Mike hop in there one of the weeks. And there's going to be a lot of Mick hosting.
It's been a terrible week for you, John. I mean, you completely shafted Tom Shattuck. You stabbed him in the back. You are exposed as a snake again, the whole world to see. I mean, you said to him, it's fine. You can do your show with Menners. You can air it on both networks. And
Yep.
then Kirk, obviously you didn't ask Kirk. You just made this decision yourself when
Mhm.
you were just a puppet CEO. And Kirk, so you said to Tom, that's fine. He does it. And then
Yeah.
Kirk goes, oh, no, he's thrown off the
Well, when
network
did
for
you go? When
doing it.
exactly did you guys tell me the episode was going to air?
It's not the
You
point.
did You didn't.
You could have aired.
No, Manners. You dropped
You
start
could have aired
this
the
narrative.
episode
And so, yeah,
anytime.
this is just Menner's bits again
What are
and
you
again.
talking about? You
Kirk
could have aired it
went
Sunday
into-
night. You could have aired it anytime. I mean,
Kirk went into
I
our
can't
group
trust
message,
you,
saw
can't
Shattuck was
trust
on the
Justin.
show,
Yeah,
and kicked him out.
terrible.
What do you want me to
Yeah.
do? What do you want me to
I would
do?
love
Well,
to
you
see
shouldn't have
Manners
said
take
to Shattuck,
responsibility
that's
for his own
fine,
net.
without
He's fine.
reaching
He was
out to
allowed
Kirk.
to do that.
You
He
should
was
have
allowed
reached
to
out
do
to
it.
Kirk and said, I've allowed Shattuck to do this. Is that okay? And Kirk would have said, look, no, it's not. And you could have gone to Shattuck and said, look, I'm sorry, you can't do it with Manners. But no,
We didn't have a
cut
system
corners.
like
You
that.
cut corners. You're a
just
shadow of a
This is
CEO.
just classic.
you
This
know.
is the stuff.
Why is this? Tom's been thrown off your network for no reason.
Menner's network just
You could have put
bullshit.
Leach's podcast on Sunday or something. No, but you're asleep. You sleep at the wheel, and then Tom Shattuck's the victim. And now Gilroy's buying views on this network, and you didn't even notice. You think 5,000 people watch?
Pretty crazy. The day that VD came on your show, there's more view buying. That's nuts.
That's a terrible allegation.
That's crazy.
VD did Gathering of the Goats last night.
Was it because of the view buying, or
No,
was
it was after the.
That is
view
true,
bu-
Patrick
We
Ford.
didn't. I didn't even know about the view buying when we did the show. We didn't even bring it up.
You didn't even know about
No,
it.
and I'll be honest with you.
Guys.
I'll be honest with you. Sources reached out to me. I didn't
Yes,
actually.
the war is
notice.
over. Just give it up. Talk about
The war's
things
over.
you
You've
wanna
lost.
talk
You've
about.
lost.
No one
Lost. You're a
cares.
fucking
If
idiot.
Kirk wants to fire me,
Shattuck's
it's the
gone.
summer. Put
Gilroy's
you in charge.
gone.
I'm okay
Your
with that. I
PA's
just want to do
gone.
my job. Shut up.
This
Do
is
your
all-
job.
This is what you do. As soon as the heat comes
Are you
on,
going to be on Pick Central?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
You guys know
And
Menard
actually, it was a very nice message.
I was gonna
See-
drop my allegiance for Rico because I need Menners on Pick Central.
John's great. He reached out to me when he heard about it and was like, "Yes, you get in there." So
I
You guys
love
noticed,
that.
Manners has the Justin Trudell going on, middle forehead there.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
I got a pimple. Yeah, thanks
Oh,
for
no.
noticing, Luke. Thanks.
You're welcome. I got you.
I'm seeing Ari Shafir live tonight. He's doing a set in Sydney, so get to see Ari Shafir, one of Blind Mike's favorites.
That's cool. I watched all of Tires last night.
I've watched the first 5 episodes.
It's not really a show.
I loved it. I thought it was really good.
Yeah,
It's
it's
so
good.
Pennsylvania. What's with Pennsylvania making shows where it's always just businesses closing? Like it's just like this business versus this business because they're all doing bad. The Office.
Yeah, it's pretty relative to the state.
It
Maybe
is
I
very
don't know.
relative to PA. That's true.
I mean, they have the draft coming to Pittsburgh in a couple years.
Pittsburgh's the best city in the world. It's my favorite city. I love Pittsburgh.
Really,
Favorite city in the world.
my favorite city is Chicago.
Oh,
I'm going to
Chicago's
Chicago a
awesome,
lot.
too.
Love Chicago.
It's
I'm
just
with
too
you.
cold.
I'm with you, Justin. I'm with you, Justin. Absolutely. Justin's been weird lately. Like, I don't know if it's a stroke, but something's going on. And he's really annoying Kirk because Kirk got genuinely annoyed with him. Was it Thursday
I
show?
mean, if
Like,
there's one person that could show us that a stroke really could, really could affect somebody, it's Gus. That if Justin had a stroke, we can understand why.
I haven't heard all of this show, but Gus has been doing a very good job hosting. Very, very like full, complete sentences. I think having a couple of 100 grams of milligrams of weed has really helped.
Yeah,
Shut up.
definitely for today.
Weed
That
farms.
was a
When
big
you
mistake.
said complete
KMS.
sentences, Mez, was that a shot at somebody else?
No. Just often Gus doesn't complete a sentence before going.
go.
He's tracking.
My
That's
brain went somewhere else. Just checking.
Gus, when he speaks, is great.
all. Oh, yeah.
Good comment.
Thank you, Jizz Wizard.
What else is going on, Menners?
Not much. Great show with VD last night. I enjoyed Cliff. I'm a Cliff guy. I liked his energy. I thought he was, he
Hold on,
had good vibes. He's a vibes guy. He's
You
absolutely
got a
a
caller
vibes
from
guy.
Anonymous. And he hung up. Go ahead.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, Cliff's a vibes guy. It was a good show. Well done, Cinema Lords. I had no faith that those two would do a good job on Friday because I couldn't remember Cliff. But yeah, brought it home. I'm enjoying this one-on-one v basketball. Pick Central versus KMS. I don't know. I'm going on Pick Central next week, so I've got to decide. Maybe I'll be a Pick Central guy. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm
Did
gonna...
you get green lit, Menace?
Yes, I got greenlit, and maybe I'm going to start doing a Pick Central reaction show, all that kind of thing, right?
Welcome to the Pick Central Menners Minifan.
Exactly.
Cricket minute.
Manners and the Pick of Fans.
No, fuck you, Kate, or whoever the fuck's on that show.
Yes, but that's what's been happening. So you completely shafted Shattuck. Gilroy's gone. So your network has lost like 8 shows in the last 2-3 weeks. So we're about even now. We've got about 3 or 4 shows with me on my network. We've got 2 others. That's 5, and then we've got about 5. So things have evened up.
Does anybody want the Shaddocks though? Like,
Oh, yeah, is that one in the air?
They're welcome here. the Men's Minifan Network. After that,
I was just gonna put Shattuck back into like that group text and just be like, I don't know if Kirk did like that. I guess this is a hand up on me. And then Shattuck put that tweet out yesterday, and I was just like, nope, never mind.
you could actually just start putting your show up, and Kirk wouldn't notice. Like, I don't think Kirk would be.
Oh yeah, no. That's what I was gonna do this week is just put that episode up on our network, because I really didn't find out about all this until just the other day, and once Shattuck got kicked out of that group. Yeah.
Charlie, see what's going on other shows? What?
It's a perfect example why I should just be executive producer.
Absolutely.
I'm doing my job.
Absolutely.
I have to do what I'm told.
Any hot issues? Any hot issues? Facts? What's going on? You're the sort of regular panelist now on Mike and the Minifans. What do you think the hottest issue in the KMS world right now? Is it Justin Trudell's stroke? Is it basketball?
You don't have to let him gaslight you, buddy.
Gus, am I wrong?
You
It's gotta
know,
be Mick
I
versus Mutt,
think-
right?
Yes,
that's the
Yeah,
biggest story
Nick
right now
versus
is Mick
Mutt.
versus
He's
Mutt.
number one.
Yeah. I guess Mutt's like just absolute decline. Like he sort of had a slow decline in the last year or so, and then this basketball has just exposed him. He's completely tanked. I mean, Gus gets a lot of shit for the way he lives his life, and a lot of it's unfair. But Mutt is like way worse than Gus, like way worse. Like he doesn't do anything. He's got no drive. He's an asshole. Like if you're Mutt, you've got to be a nice guy, because when you need favors like right now, you need to have people in your corner, and he's alienated everybody. And it's not just, it's everybody. Kirk, Mick, me, everybody, Clemmer, everybody has tried to help Mutt. He's alienated. So I think
Menner's definition of everybody. Him, Kirk,
Breaking Ali Shattuck's alliances with the Kirk network. That's
well, I mean, that's pretty much everybody in the KMS world. If you're shafting Kirk, that's 95.
I'm not
Menner's
shafting
so
Kirk. I'm
jealous
shafting.
of Gus.
What?
The Gus just stopped talking.
Yeah, Gus, that was like mid-sentence. I was waiting for you to finish that one.
No, I didn't say it. My point was that I wasn't saying it was a thing against Kirk. It was a thing against Menner's saying that he was everything.
Well, yes, I am. Yeah, well, if you add in Kirk and Mutt and Mick, I mean Clemmer, that's enough. It's enough.
Your call was great the other day, though. You're like, yeah, no, I definitely said that. Fuck Rico.
Yeah. Look, I'm glad I'm going up Pick Central. It'll be fun to talk cricket.
I didn't know Rico was on Pick Central.
Yeah, because there's a cricket World Cup being played in America. It starts
T20.
T20. T20 starts on
West
Saturday
Indies
night.
in America. I'm the expert on that.
Cool.
Okay,
Oh, maybe we'll tell Pick Central guys that you know what you're talking about, Luke. We'll get you on there.
Yep. Huge cricket guy. T20. I'm in a group.
The USA are playing Canada to start it off. I think it's
I'm a
Saturday
Scotland
night.
and Ireland guy.
If I ever
Scotland and Ireland guy? Ireland have a chance.
on Barstool and it's Menners and Luke arguing about fucking cricket on Pick Central.
No, but I actually think what could happen is like I think it's going to be like midnight my time, maybe a bit later. I reckon they're just going to make me stay up for it, and then Rico's going to be like 2 minutes before. Don't bring him on. Don't bring him on. And they bring out someone like Luke instead.
To be honest with you, like Menners is kind of a poor man's Jackson from Australia, isn't he?
True. Jackson's a talent. He's kind of intimidates me. When I sort of see his shows and stuff, I think, why do I even try and compete with him?
He's a professional athlete, and it's that journalist, professional athlete kind of thing where it's like,
He literally can't be on tonight because he's playing baseball right now.
Yeah, that's cool. Like he's cooler than us. That's cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's desperate to get a job at Barstool.
You could genuinely tell me anything about cricket, and I would believe you 1,000%. I don't know anything about that.
I'll tell you all about it, dude. They score in fractions. It's crazy.
That's cool. That's kind of cool.
So you guys,
that sounds complicated. I can't keep up with that shit.
So T20 cricket is basically the cricket's answer to rugby sevens.
Not really, because they play with the same.
No, it's exactly what it is. It's a shorter version of.
Well, it's
cricket.
not. It's a shorter version.
Like rugby sevens is a shorter version of rugby.
So
less players in rugby sevens.
This cricket thing that's going on in the U.S. Where's it happening?
It's in It's split between the West
Nassau,
Indies and the United States. So they're playing at
Grand
the Oval
Prairie in
New
Dallas.
York, and they're also playing down in Florida.
Yes.
And then they have some stuff down in Barbados.
Who are you tipping, Luke?
St. John's.
Who are you tipping to go lift the
Let me cook.
Yeah. Who are you tipping?
Luke's been cooking, Patty. Where you been, bro? Luke's been cooking for 2 hours almost.
I wish we had a caller that could give us some fucking insight on some cricket.
PRC.
I was gonna say, was that like that? Seemed like a fucking.
Oh, we have a caller that calls in just to annoy Menners and talks cricket. How about Justin texted me? Is Cinema wearing cargo shorts too?
I gotta get to the bottom of that one.
Luke's been cooking seltzers.
I'm not drinking seltzers. It's not nice.
So Menners,
Sorry to keep you up, Fax.
What?
What did you say?
Sorry to keep Fax up. They're yawning,
Oh,
checking his phone.
Oh, no, you're good. I mean, hey, it's part of the job. Sometimes these late hours
know.
get to us, but I
know,
persevere. I keep pushing.
Yep.
I
Maybe
do it for
Fax
you.
should host next week because with BA out,
Yeah.
I mean, if he's going to be on every week, get him to host.
I know you're going to drive into this issue for a while, so I'll just tell you now, like they're pretty much scheduled out. So we're good.
Okay.
The BA
Great.
told me well in advance about this, so I was lucky enough to plan out through July because,
Wow.
which is
Well,
a
so-
crazy thing, right?
So the
rotating
rundown
panel
comes
of
back
hosts?
next week. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be
Excited.
fantastic.
Any
we've got-
original castmates? Or
No,
cast-
we've got some very good castmates. They'll be revealed over the coming days as we announce the first show. But it's going to become the premier reaction show on both networks very, very soon.
Cool.
So really looking forward to that. And it'll be the same schedule as the previous rundowns. I'll probably record on Friday night and then we'll release Saturday.
508.
508, you're with Manners on Manners Live, hosted by Gus.
Motherfucker.
508.
I want Fax to host Manners Live next week.
That can happen. Come on, 508. You got this.
Manners, you and I would take over the world together. I can say
Absolutely.
that. It would just be over.
I knew Fax was a low class guy. It's a shame.
Well, Luke, what's going on with you sitting up in there in the corner taking your dumb shots?
Taking you
So
down.
bad at it. Oh, I'm so good at cricket. Oh, good bit.
Luke talking over Menners about cricket to my cricket question is going to be the clip of the week. That's
pretty
really going to be the clip.
Well, I know all about it, so I don't
Yeah,
I'm an
sure you do.
expert in
Sure you do.
tournament. I don't know anything about regular cricket.
508 take
All about-
2. A regular
do
caller.
you do that show with Jackson? Is that you?
Mhm.
Luke. Ah,
Yeah.
okay. Now I'm putting the
508.
two
Thanks a lot.
ugly faces together. They're the same person.
508. We can't hear
Hey, can you
you.
hear me?
Yep, we hear you.
I think you're cute.
Yeah.
Manners.
I think you're cute too.
We hear you.
You want to fraud?
All right. Can we talk about Cummins, the mastermind of Australia's ODI and World
Yes.
Test Championship title wins last
Absolutely.
year? Top scored with 24 of 19.
I got a funny story for you. I got
Neil Noreen
a funny story for you. The
was
former English cricket captain.
Hyderabad paltry total of 113 was never going to be enough for the Venkatesh Iyer, 52 off 26.
He's right. IPL
And,
final was a disaster.
Great call. Go ahead,
He's
man.
not going to believe this. He's not going to believe this. But an English cricket captain was previewing the T20 World Cup, and he thought Cummins was the Australian captain, but he's not. He doesn't captain T20 cricket. Luke would have been able to tell you that. So, I mean, this English cricket captain looked like a fool. Anyway,
There you go.
there's
There
some
you go.
cricket talk
Luke
for you.
walked away. He doesn't even care.
No,
He already
idea.
knew that shit.
Yeah.
Why were you late? You just show up whenever you want now.
Me? I
Yeah,
wasn't
you
even going to show. I was asleep. I woke up late. I had a
Shut up,
late
my
night.
Want
I'm
to sleep at the wheel?
I'm having not at all. And also like I did such a good show with VD last night. I kind of got
Oh, you're up
all my
to
takes out. And then I wasn't going to join you, but then all these messages are like, come on and save John. Come on and save John. And I'm like,
What happened to
Shocking.
Gus?
John is terrible at his job, but he's a very nice guy. Gus had to go.
I don't know if you guys.
Manners,
can still
I actually
hear
have a
me, but
question
my
for
camera
Dr.
died
for
too,
you.
so I'm out of here, fellas.
All right, see you, buddy.
Okay,
Great
bye,
doing
Cinema.
the show with you
You
guys.
have a great
Take it easy.
weekend.
Yeah, you two fellas.
Bye,
have fun.
What's
Finema.
going on with the Australia team where they got like the coaches playing?
They just didn't have enough players for the warm-up games because some of them are still on holiday, so they got
Oh.
the coaches to field.
Man,
That's
here's-
weird
That's
to me.
Here's a good question for you.
No, man, as a veteran of the restaurant industry, what do you think of Mick's policy of refusing to serve bread to dinner patrons sitting at the bar? I've not
I think
heard of.
I think
That's
that's
terrible.
cool. Oh no, that's what
Give the
pretzels are
people
for.
breads.
What are you gonna be
People-
buttering bread at a fucking bar?
I mean, if you're sitting there to eat, absolutely. I mean, a lot of bars now they set up like it's a cool place to sit. You go on a date. You
Maybe
sit up
that's how
there.
you guys do things in Australia, but in America, we're a civilized country. You got bread at a table
Bread at a table.
Oh, what a burn! I mean,
Yeah.
or a
um,
booth.
I
It's not a burn,
guarantee,
I'm just
Luke.
telling you the
I
fuck
guarantee,
it is.
Luke, at the shitty places you eat, you're right. They probably do eat at the fucking
What do you
table.
mean? West Virginia
You
has
go
some
to-
of this
Go to
nation's
some
best
cool
cuisine.
places in New York or Boston, even or Chicago. There'd be cool people sitting at the bar eating dinner, eating their bread, laughing in mixed faces. They scoff it down.
Old Forge, Pennsylvania just lost its title of pizza capital of the world to New Haven, Connecticut.
Mm.
I just would like to say that.
Isn't that where Mike Cologne
That's
is
a
from?
pizza, right?
Mike Cologne.
Yes.
Where? Old Forge?
And I think he's from New Haven in
Oh, New
Connecticut.
Haven.
I think he's right.
I should go
It's
visit him and
great
get some
pizza.
pizza there.
Much
I
better than
wouldn't
Old
mind Mike Cologne coming back on, by the way. I thought he was great.
He was great.
Mm.
I enjoyed him.
Good guy.
Yeah. He was a
Probably
big
beat us up
Menor, he
there.
was a big Menors live caller. He doesn't call anymore.
No, things have really died off with the calls since the show went to this network. I don't know. Coincidence? I don't think so.
Well, yeah, because you weren't here. Idiot.
I mean, it's hard for me to call when I'm not on this show.
It's true.
Yeah. Did anyone listen to that interview with Stephen Hayden? I certainly didn't.
I don't
I'm
listen
sure-
to interviews. I don't like interviews.
Gus called him Steve Hayden.
Steve Hayden. I thought it was the guy who Gus was trying to try to shoot the president, but it wasn't.
John Hinckley.
John Hinckley. But I'm not a big Bruce fan anyways, so I'm not going to be super into a guy who read a book about Bruce, so I didn't tune into that
The
one.
weirdest thing about the John Hinckley thing is like Jodie Foster's not attractive.
That is kind of a weird part about it.
Someone just sent me a message. Luke is retarded.
Oh, wow.
Ah.
These messages.
Well, I'm doing pretty well for a retard, aren't I?
Look, you're doing great. It's good to
Thank
see you. Trying to improve yourself.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I appreciate that, man.
Baby
In this
steps.
country, we try to fucking interweave them right into society,
Mm.
you know? All right, Manners, what else you got? Because
I
don't
don't really have anything. I talked about it all with VD last night. You know,
Right,
you're backstabbing Shattuck. You're always buying views.
Shattuck's more than welcome.
I'm
if
going
I
on
have
Big
no power.
Central. Apparently, Rico was like had no problem with me coming on. So this could be a path to some peace between me and Rico.
301.
Even though-
301. Go ahead, 301.
The thing go on 301. The thing about Rico is even a couple of weeks ago.
Hey, 301, go ahead.
301. Yeah, spit it out, fat boy.
Manners, calm down for a second. How do you, when you had a restaurant, how would you clean your oven?
I mean, what are you talking about? I mean, I'll be talking about that on the drips in the
That's a
office.
high heat with a white milky solution. I don't know the name of
What are
it,
you
but
talking about, John?
do not put
Cum.
white
Use
milky
cum.
solution in there.
You just spray some oven cleaner on it. You let it do a cycle, and then it basically
Yeah, get
cleans
some
itself.
Easy Off from Home Depot.
Yeah.
Douse that bitch, scrape it, and go
Put
home.
that thing on high broil.
You chef facts?
Nope.
Hmm.
Nope.
Sounds
Everything that I do from this show to cooking is a complete guess at all times.
Shout out
Yeah.
Kane. He's a chef, right?
Yep. He'd be
Yeah.
a very good chef. Very good chef.
Huge
Kane's
fan
like
of mine
a-
in this
he's
case.
more
I
of a
think I've
cook
been
rather than
bottom.
a-
I don't know, or I've been thumbs down on that show for the past 6 weeks. But shout out Kane.
Ooh, I have been watching The Bear lately, though. Me and my
Oh.
wife have been watching The Bear. That's a great show.
It is
Oh.
a great show.
I
Me and
might
Gary.
get inspired soon because I love Jeremy
Mm.
Allen White.
Yeah.
Mm.
He is a great actor.
Midget.
Thanks, Luke. Thanks, Luke.
You're welcome.
Stay classy. What was it just saying before someone rudely interrupted?
Oh,
It started a story. God, what was it?
About your restaurant?
No. It was about the show.
Yeah, you said you wasted all your good content yesterday.
Yes, I did. Clearly,
Yeah.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah, well,
remember what I was going to say.
I think it was about maybe Pick Central. Oh, about Rico. Wasn't even worried about it.
Yeah, Rico. Yeah, maybe it's a path to peace with Rico. But even like a few weeks ago, he called out Nadu's sister on some stream. Like Chris Clemmer and that saying, "Oh, he's got better. He's got better." Like, don't start calling out people's sisters like on
Yeah,
stream.
he has just anger issues. It's okay.
Yeah, and then so you can't be such a hypocrite. Then when it starts to come back at you, you got to take it on the chin. Like if Rico could take it coming back and admitted to it and just said, "Look, sometimes I go crazy and say stupid stuff," people would probably
Doesn't work
be
that
like,
way. That's not how that circle's built, though. It's built like you can't take it, you do that. You can't take it, you do that. Like that's how that anger circle is built. Like those people cannot just take that shit. You know.
But then I don't know, calling out people's family. Like, don't say you've changed them if you're going to call out someone's sister. And it was only a few weeks ago there was a stream where Nadu's sister got married recently, and I just think it's like.
Yeah,
I'm not going to bring it up on Pick Central. I'm going to be, all cricket. We won't be fighting.
Professional.
Absolutely facts. I'm there to deliver the cricket message to an American audience. I've been on CNN and Fox News and all those bigger networks. So, this is a pretty soft landing spot for me. Did a great spot on CNN during the sandpaper.
If you guys are
scandal.
interested too in like the actual cricket news, I got you. It's not a problem whatsoever. I can take care of all the American.
Luke, who do you think is going to win the T20 World Cup? Who are you taking?
India.
India. That's a good call. Yeah.
Yep.
There was a question. Luke, are you more into the Indian style of cricket or the Pakistani style of cricket?
I like more of a hybrid.
Good
It
answer.
doesn't work. They hate each
Good
other.
answer. I don't know
hate each other.
one, but it's
They're
great.
at war. They're at war, Luke.
Why not both?
Yeah, why
So
not?
they don't play each other. You're getting a preview from Pick Central. India and Pakistan don't play each other except in a World Cup where they have to because they've got a border dispute. And
their border dispute is awesome too. I can actually talk about that. They're up on the
we get rid of Luke. I mean,
up
Luke
in the
is,
Himalayas.
we are
literally
into
fighting
overtime,
up in the
Luke.
Himalayas.
We are
Crazy.
into
Like literally, they're bringing up all this food and shit to them.
This is what you get on the network. The Luke injections go. Look at you. Look at you. Look at John and Burke enabling such a
avalanches,
filthy,
or just freezing
low
to death,
talent
getting like
loser.
frostbite,
Like
then actually die from like the.
Where
war
else is he
itself.
going to get out his cricket takes since somebody's taking up his spot on Pick Central, Manners?
It's true. It's true.
He's bursting at the seams with.
I needed an American. Actually, I do have an American correspondent for my cricket podcast.
Really?
Based in Houston.
The Mongoloid thing was
would
funny.
have gone
That's
like
going
this. It hit a car. Instead.
Get a car. All right. Well, look, I think we should end this, man. Well, this is not really Manners Live. This is just
This was Gus Live, but he left.
Look, Gus Live with
Gus
Manners
Live.
hosting. It was the
Manners
opposite.
and the Minifans.
Yeah.
It was it was the Gus takeover this week.
But yeah, great. I just want to thank Kirk and more great support this week. He went into bat for me in the end. Said he wants me on Pick Central.
I just want to thank Gus. I thought Gus was great this week.
Yeah, thanks, Gus. Great job. Thanks, Fax. Thanks, John from Scranton. Head to the Manners Minifan Network for some great.
You could also, if you guys
3 up,
are
3
interested
down.
at all, we're going to do an open borders this weekend.
Fantastic.
We're considering doing it. Jackson really wants to do it. I'm not really that interested, but I'll do it for Jackson because I like Jackson. He's a good kid.
Yeah, if you want a real talented Aussie on
if you have any questions about Australia,
yeah.
Another tough day at work today. Stephen Kirk, think I suck. Throw back a few wobbly pops, feeling down on my luck. And the interns ruin every show. But it's still where we want to go. It's Mike and the Minifans. 'Cause nobody had any better plans. You want to be with DC and RA Minahan. The host can't see it's Mike and the Minifans.
pending any basketball practice the boys might have or whatever, there is a Drips in the Office live tomorrow. So we're going to try to get that done. So rock and roll. Bye.